It's Friday, November 21st. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, the annual Halifax International Security Forum kicks off today. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And get your glow on. Glow Gardens has quickly become a holiday tradition for many people, and we visited last night to check out the beautiful new light displays. That's in our second hour.
Plus, homegrown beauty. We'll check out an indie brand and meet the creator from our region. That and so much more just ahead on Your Morning Atlantic.
Hello. It is 6:01 now on this Friday, November 21st, second last Friday of the month.
Wow.
We got a week to go in the month of November, and then we're into December. 5 weeks to Christmas.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know the math on the shopping days to that, but it's time
Time's
to get,
ticking.
Yeah, time to get started.
Time's a ticking. Normally, I'm checking off my gift list, but boy, I've been thinking about the decorations quite a bit this year. I've been going a little wild with getting new decorations. I have to think, no, focus on the others. The season of giving.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's true. You've already got your house decorated.
Yes, because I too, like Amanda, was thrifting like crazy for Christmas decor when I should have been shopping for others as well. But yes, we set it up early.
That's wonderful. Oh my gosh. Well, it is definitely feeling frosty. I had a very holiday-like thick frost on the car this morning. Like, I think I need to get a new scraper. It wasn't up to the task. Yeah, it was really thick today. So it's cold.
Wow. Yeah, it definitely is cold yet again this morning. Temperatures will warm up above seasonal for parts of the region, seasonal for others. But we are going to see a bit of mixed precipitation still looming the forecast. But for the most part, for the Maritime, sunshine is ahead.
That's
really?
Nice.
Oh, that's,
yeah.
Oh, Friday, hooray.
It's
right?
so great. We were talking a little earlier before the show started about how nice the forecast was. I know you get into the November and can feel so gray and cool, but it was actually, like you mentioned, some nice sunshine and above seasonal temperatures. And when I was out doing some errands, didn't have the jacket on.
Oh,
right?
wow.
Yeah, I was
Perfect.
wearing my coat and I was sweating. So, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that'll take that.
Right? We'll take a live look at McAdam now and see what it's looking like over there. Still snow on the ground. It's a dark start to the day.
Okay.
And a cold one at that. So keep that in mind when you are heading out. You're still going to want to have those layers on before heading outdoors. We are going to see, like Crystal mentioned, frost on your car. So you're going to want to allot some extra time to clear it off. -6 degrees this morning in Fredericton with -5 in both Moncton and Charlottetown. -4 starting off your day in Halifax with -3 in Sydney. -5 degrees in Labrador City and 1 currently in St. John's, Newfoundland. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. Now we are going to see lots of sunshine for the Maritime region extending into parts of Newfoundland, but other than that, we do have a bit of mixed precipitation yet again. Looking at some flurries for the northern region of New Brunswick. Going to see a bit of shower activity for parts of Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland and Labrador still dealing with flurries and or showers. For the wind, it's going to remain quite calm today. As you can see right now, nothing above 20 kilometers per hour. 11 in Lunenburg and Yarmouth. Going to be out of the east this morning and no wind gusts to report. I'll have a look at your weekend forecast just ahead, but first, a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. The annual Halifax International Security Forum kicks off today. Canada's Defence Minister David McGuinty will hold an opening press conference this afternoon. The forum is expected to draw attendees from around the world to discuss global security and democracy issues. This is also the first time in several years that the U.S. will not send any military delegates. At the pumps in the Maritimes, you won't be paying more for gas, but you will for diesel. In Nova Scotia, the minimum price of gas in the Halifax area rests at a minimum price of $1.45.1. Meantime, diesel increased by 4.7 cents a litre. The minimum price now $1.79.7. In Prince Edward Island, gas did not change. It rests at $1.47.9. However, diesel jumped by nearly 10 cents a litre. It's up 9.8 cents. The minimum price now $1.84.9 a litre. And in New Brunswick, the slightest decrease for gas. It's down 0.3 cents. The maximum price $1.54.3, and diesel increased by 2.6 cents. The maximum price $1.90.6. 4.3. The RCMP in Newfoundland and Labrador are asking for your help as they investigate the theft of copper wires from an active Newfoundland power substation. The Mounties say the wire was stolen from the facility in Lethbridge on November 3rd. They have released this footage from a surveillance camera that shows a person dressed in overalls carrying a tool and some wire from the station. At one point, the video shows a close-up of the suspect's running shoes, which appear to have distinctive white markings. The federal leader of the official opposition is on a tour of New Brunswick. Pierre Poilievre was in Fredericton Thursday morning. He was given a tour of Atlantic Modern Homes, met with workers, and spoke about a number of issues, including crime, affordability, and high prices.
And that's because of a lot of hidden taxes. The industrial carbon tax, still in place, well hidden, on our farmers and food processors. The food packaging tax, another Liberal tax that drives up food costs by about $1 billion a year.
Poilievre is also scheduled to make appearances in northeastern New Brunswick today with stops in Tapasintac and Miramichi. A 43-year-old woman is dead after being struck by a transit bus in St. John. It happened on the city's east side yesterday morning on the busy Loch Lomond Road.
At approximately 6:09 a.m. on November 20th, St. John Police Force responded to a motor vehicle accident at the intersection of Loch Lomond Road and McDonald Street, which is located on the east side of St. John. It involved a bus, city transit bus, and a pedestrian.
The investigation is ongoing. The city says it is cooperating fully and will offer support to anyone involved, including the driver. A plan to cut down dozens of mature trees to build a bus lane along a busy street in Halifax is under fire by a local group fighting to save them. The project is part of the city's integrated mobility and rapid transit strategy. It involves cutting down about 80 trees and demolishing more than a dozen buildings on Roby Street.
There's First Nations homes, there's housing co-ops, there's youth shelters, and everyone is being impacted in one of the last affordable neighborhoods in the city.
CTV News reached out to the city for comment, but they declined an interview. A new report shows Canadians are becoming increasingly frustrated with rising food prices, and they're not alone. The National Farmers Union is meeting in Moncton this week, noting they're getting hit just as hard by soaring costs.
So while we see a lot in the news about consumer prices rising in grocery stores, there's very little to say about how farmers are doing, and the answer is not very well usually.
The price of fuel, the price of any equipment and repairs, like everything just keeps going up and up. Inflation has been a very real issue for farmers.
And one local farmer noted many of his colleagues have side gigs just to pay the bills. Finally, young legislators in Prince Edward Island will get a chance to debate in the provincial legislature today. Now, these are photos from last year. There will be some new ones today. The Legislative Assembly will host the annual Rotary Youth Parliament. So youth will hear a speech from the throne delivered by the Lieutenant Governor of PEI and then debate under the direction of the Speaker and also provincial MLAs. And topics of debate are chosen by the youth. So these are photos from last year's event, happened around the same time as well. So happening again this year. But what an exciting time to get young people in our region involved in provincial politics and excited, and just to get an idea of how government in our region forms decisions and how they get to it.
Super great opportunity for these youth.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, I've got good news. The Evergreen Festival is going to be back along the Halifax waterfront starting tonight. Woohoo! Yes, it's a good one. Organizers are working on the finishing touches before the event kicks off with lots of twinkly lights and a big outdoor holiday market.
We have all kinds of vendors who are passionate about what they do from Nova Scotia and surrounding area. And it's a great place that you can come for a date. It's a great place you can come to just do your shopping, hang out, sit around the fire, relax. I've even seen people do their engagement and wedding photos at Evergreen, actually.
Amazing. All right, the Evergreen Festival offers lots of outdoor winter-themed activities for festive folks of all ages, including that holiday market. Lots of lights, entertainment, food. There's a hop-on, hop-off Evergreen Express train. Ooh. Yeah, and a winter sports zone, and that offers festival goers a chance to play ball hockey and curling. Anyway, this continues through mid-December, so get out and check it out. Most of it's free, and there's more info on our website.
What a great idea to get outside too during the winter, the cold evening months when you just want to like stay inside. It's dark.
Very European. I went last year. It's really nice. Yeah.
She was raving about it last year, especially the train. Maybe something good for
I didn't ride the train yet. Really? That'll be new for me. Like I just didn't have a chance. But yeah, this year for sure. You know.
Oh yeah, you love a good train.
I love a good train. We all do.
Oh yeah, they're beautiful.
Absolutely. All right, still ahead, I'll have your first look at your national and international news headlines on this Friday morning. And Latavia will have the full Friday forecast. We say good morning to our viewers in St. John's, Newfoundland. A calm and quiet start to your Friday morning. Latavia has your full forecast next.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. Happy Friday. The time now is 6:13. We're taking a live look at a dark start to the day over Moncton. Dark and cold early this morning. Keep that in mind when heading out. Currently -6 in your area. Temperatures will rise a little bit later on, and you'll be greeted with sunshine a little bit later as well. Weather is brought to you by the Atlantic Lottery mobile app. Quite cold across the region early this morning. Just something to keep in mind when you're heading out. As of right now, -6 degrees in Fredericton as well as into Charlottetown. -2 over in Yarmouth, -4 in Halifax, 1 degree in Sydney and St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our forecast timeline. Pretty clear skies for the Maritime region. We are going to see sunshine for much of the Maritimes as well as into Newfoundland, but we do have mixed precipitation on its way as well. Early this morning, we are expecting a few showers for Cape Breton Island, parts of eastern Nova Scotia. Into the northern region, we could see some isolated flurries throughout your day. And then into the evening, overnight hours, we are expecting a chance of showers to return for parts of the Maritime region. Newfoundland and Labrador. Labrador transitioning over to snow, and then for Newfoundland, seeing a bit heavier showers into the evening hours, early Tuesday morning, Saturday morning as well. Mixed up on the days. All right, rainfall outlook, it's going to remain quite light, taking us only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters of additional precipitation for North Mountain and Sydney. Seeing a bit more in parts of Newfoundland, looking at around 2 to 20 expected for parts of that province. Snowfall outlook, we will be seeing around 1 to 5 centimeters of snowfall accumulation for parts of northern New Brunswick, and 5 to 10 expected for Labrador City. So still quite light, but we are going to see a bit more of those totals picking up. For New Brunswick today, we are going to see a mix of sun and cloud, evening showers for the central and southern region of the province. For the northern region, starting off with a mix of sun and cloud, seeing flurries into the afternoon. And then for Prince Edward Island, highs between 4 to 6 degrees. Lots of sunshine throughout your day. We do have a chance of showers returning into the evening. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, showers expected throughout the day and into the night. Daytime highs will range from 6 to 8 degrees and wind gusts getting up to 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, we're looking at lots of sunshine throughout your day. A chance of showers into the evening. Highs between 7 to 8 degrees. For Labrador City, a high of -3 yet again today. We are seeing flurries starting off the day, transitions over to evening snow, and a high of 5 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at a mix of sun and cloud throughout your day, and then periods of rain into the evening. For forecast into the weekend on Saturday, we will be seeing sunshine yet again and increasing cloudiness for parts of the Maritime region. Same thing goes for Newfoundland, but we do have a chance of showers and or snow for parts of Labrador and Newfoundland. And then into Sunday's forecast, a bit of the same, because we are going to see a chance of showers and mixed precipitation for parts of the Maritime region into Saturday night. Carries into Sunday morning where sunshine returns for all 3 Maritime provinces. Temperatures cool back down below seasonal. And for Newfoundland, looking at some mixed precipitation throughout the day. That's a look at your weather forecast. We'll throw things over to Amanda for your national and international news headlines.
Thanks, Latavia. Liberal MP Chrystia Freeland has announced she's taking a job in Oxford, England next year to run the Roads Trust, but she hasn't said when she'll leave Parliament. The charity confirmed she'll take over as CEO in July 2026 and move to England for the job. Freeland hasn't responded to questions, and her Toronto Riding Association says it has no details about a by-election. Freeland is a former Rhodes Scholar whose decade in cabinet included leading major trade fights and championing support for Ukraine. Prime Minister Mark Carney continues his overseas tour today, this after signing a deal with the UAE yesterday. CTV's Rachel Ayeo has more.
Immersing himself in Emirati culture, Prime Minister Mark Carney took a midday break from bilateral and business meetings to tour the largest mosque in the country alongside Canada's ambassador to United Arab Emirates. Constructed using materials from across the globe, Carney called it a privilege to see.
Apart from the sheer beauty and the inspiration that it provides, it unifies in so many different ways.
And while the local government welcomed Canadian cameras in to capture that wasn't the case earlier when the Prime Minister and the President of the UAE had the first in-person leader-to-leader meeting in more than 40 years. During that private sit-down, Carney and his Emirati counterpart signed a new investment protection pact, known as a FIPA, and agreed to accelerate talks towards a new CEPA, a free trade agreement that, when finalized, would expand market access and facilitate billions of dollars in UAE investment into major port, mine, LNG, and critical mineral projects in Canada.
So the FIPA agreement took close to 10 years to get done. Are you at all confident that the CEPA could be finished on a faster clip?
Totally. This is...
What gives you that confidence?
Well, you know, one of the reasons these things either get done or not done is leadership. If no one owns it or drives it, it's not going to happen.
While this country is a growing hub of economic activity, it's also under scrutiny over its involvement in the war in Sudan. And today, Carney had back-to-back meetings with big financial players, but took no questions on what specific security issues he raised with the president. The Prime Minister's office said there was no time in his schedule.
CTV's Rachel Ayo reporting. A quick break here. When we return, we'll have your must-see moment from our colleagues at TSN. CTV's Your Morning Atlantic. We'll be right back after this. Please stay with us.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Welcome back to our show on this Friday, November 21st. It's now 6:22 and time to check in with the friends at TSN Sports Center for today's must-see moment.
Come on in. Welcome inside the Sports Center newsroom. Jermaine Franklin with your must-see moment from Thursday. And for it, we're heading to Sunrise, Florida. Devils taking on the Panthers. First period, Sam Reinhart skates down the wing, blows by the defender, and snipes one past Jake Allen. Fantastic goal from the Panthers superstar. Takes the puck and puts it through the D-man triangle, and then he gets the go shelf on Allen. That highlight reel goal is your must-see moment from Thursday. Friday on TSN, you can see PWHL action when the Scepters take on the Frost. Coverage starts at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. That's all from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
This TSN must-see moment brought to you by J.R. Rahe's Furniture and Appliances.
And now we'll take a look at your business headlines from our colleagues at BNN.
Price-conscious consumers are helping to push sales up at Walmart. The retail giant reported $180 billion in revenue for its third quarter. That's a 6% improvement from the same period in 2024. Walmart says more customers are coming in and spending more when they do. Its online business is also growing. The company's doing so well, it is raising its sales forecast for the year. Official reports delayed by the U.S. government shutdown are beginning to be released. The jobs report shows 119,000 positions added in September in the U.S., but the unemployment rate still moved up to 4.4%. That's the highest it's been in about 4 years. There were declines in manufacturing, transportation, and warehousing. BCE is cutting about 700 jobs. The company says it is mostly management jobs as it tries to reduce debt. It follows thousands of layoffs in recent years. About 40 jobs are being cut in its media division. BCE is the parent company of CTV News and BNN Bloomberg. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is down to $70.93. West Texas Intermediate crude is down to $59 flat. Western Canadian Select is down over $1.50 to $46.53. And the TSX sank 371 points, ending the day below 30,000. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marella Fernandez.
Taking a look at our weekend forecast for New Brunswick, looking at a mix of sun and cloud for much of the province today. We do have some isolated flurries for the northern region with a high of 4. On Saturday, much of the same, a high of 4 degrees yet again, a mix of sun and cloud. We are going to see scattered flurries continue to the north. And then on Sunday, looking at a high of 2 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud with evening flurries expected for the central and southern region of the province. Nova Scotia is looking at 6 degrees as your daytime high today. Lots of sunshine. We do have showers for Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia. And then into Saturday, much of the same. 8 degrees with scattered showers across the province. On Sunday, a high of 3, sunny skies and evening showers for the central region. And then for Prince Edward Island, looking at a high of 6 degrees today, mainly sunny skies with a chance of showers into the evening. Precipitation continues on Saturday. And then on Sunday, showers clears, sunshine returns, cooling down to 3 degrees.
Thank you, Control Room. Just ahead in this half hour, the Move Morning Chat. Today we're talking about Christmas music. Are you a classic Carol fan or a Mariah Carey fan? We're going to talk about your cup of Christmas cheer coming up in about 15 minutes on CTV Morning Live.
Good morning. Yeah, good song really warms you up on a very cold, late fall, soon-to-be winter morning. So we'll take a look at, hey, if you're heading out the door in the next few minutes, how cold is it out there?
It's quite cold.
It's quite cold.
Low seasonal currently for our current temperatures, and it's going to warm up a bit. We are going to see sunshine return for the Maritime region.
Yay.
When the sun starts to rise, but as of right now, it is quite dark outside. Currently -4 degrees in Halifax. We are going to see sunshine in Halifax as well as much of the Maritime region, but just keep in mind that it is a cold start to the day. -6 degrees in Fredericton and in Charlottetown, -1 in Sydney, -5 degrees over in Labrador City with -2 in Happy Valley Goose Bay, -1 in Gander. Over to our satellite and radar, going to start off with pretty clear skies for the Maritime region and parts of Newfoundland. We are expecting a bit of precipitation as well, so some isolated flurries for the northern region of New Brunswick this afternoon. Also going to see showers for parts of Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia, and mixed precipitation for both Newfoundland and Labrador later today. Here's a look at our current wind. It is quite light, nothing above 20 kilometers per hour in Canso, 11 in Yarmouth and Moncton. No wind gusts to report, and it's going to remain light into the afternoon. We'll take a look at your weekend forecast in just a bit, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. The annual Halifax International Security Forum kicks off today. Canada's Defence Minister David McGuinty will hold an opening press conference this afternoon. The forum is expected to draw attendees from around the world to discuss global security and democracy issues. This is the first time in several years that the U.S. will not send any military delegates. At pumps in the Maritimes, you won't be paying more for gas, but you will for diesel. In Nova Scotia, the minimum price of gas in the Halifax area rests at a minimum price of $1.45.1 a litre. Meantime, diesel increased by 4.7 cents. The minimum price, $1.79.7. In Prince Edward Island, gas did not change. It rests at $1.47.9. However, diesel jumped by nearly 10 cents a litre. The minimum price now $1.84.9. And in New Brunswick, the slightest decrease for gas, it's down 0.3 cents. The maximum price, $1.54.3, and diesel increased by 2.6 cents. The maximum price, $1.90.3. RCMP in Newfoundland and Labrador are asking for your help as they investigate the theft of copper wires from an active Newfoundland power substation. The Mounties say the wire was stolen from the facility in Lethbridge on November 3rd. They have released this footage from a surveillance camera that shows a person dressed in coveralls carrying a tool and some wire from the station. At one point, the video shows a close-up of the suspect's running shoes, which appear to have distinctive white markings. Nova Scotia Power is in the hot seat again. Customers and politicians on both sides of the House are demanding answers from the utility about sky-high bills. NSP insists they're only estimates, but getting things right could take months. CTV's Callum Smith has more.
I said, no, something's seriously wrong here.
This mini home hasn't been lived in for 20 years. Krista Peterson-Brannan says it was gutted with new energy-efficient appliances installed. She was stunned at her 2 recent power bills, $600 each.
Where could an estimation come for this piece of property when no one has been here for 20 years?
NSP wants about a 4.1% hike for residential customers each of the next 2 years.
I just think it's incredibly tone deaf to be asking for another power rate increase during a period of time when they failed Nova Scotians so badly.
The utility offering this explanation today.
When we experienced the cyber incident and detected that on April the 25th, our ability to communicate with the meters was affected.
So they started estimating bills, sending newly hired crews out to read meters. He says no late fees or interest are being charged and no one will be disconnected. Customers will only pay for what they use.
It's unbelievable. The consumer has nowhere else to go. We are with Nova Scotia Power, and that's our only option. It's not like we have companies like cell phones.
The province is requiring the CEO to testify at a legislative committee next week.
This is a company that has lost the trust of the people. So when they say we'll settle up later, people aren't going to believe that.
We do want to restore that trust, and we have been working to rebuild that trust. We're working as hard as we can to restore everything and get our systems back to normal. We do understand that our customers right now expect more of us, and our commitment is to keep working at this.
In a rare move, the opposition is on the same page as the government, but wants the company and province to go even further.
I think that calling the utility to a committee is important. We want to hear from them, but not at all sufficient.
The Houston government vows to make the utility accountable. Meanwhile, Nova Scotia Power aims to have all bills fixed early in the new year. Callum Smith, CTV News, Halifax.
The federal leader of the official opposition is on a tour of New Brunswick. Pierre Poilievre was in Fredericton Thursday morning. He was given a tour of Atlantic Modern Homes, met with workers, and spoke about a number of issues, including crime, affordability, and high prices.
And that's because of a lot of hidden taxes. The industrial carbon tax, still in place, well hidden, on our farmers and food processors. The food packaging tax, another Liberal tax that drives up food costs by about $1 billion a year.
Poilievre is also scheduled to make appearances in northeastern New Brunswick today, with stops in Tapasantac and Miramichi. Finally, a self-portrait by Mexican artist Frida Kahlo has become the most valuable work by a female artist sold at auction. Her surrealist painting called The Dream, The Bed has sold for $54.7 million US at Sotheby's in New York. It shows the artist lying in a bed as green vines circle her body. A skeleton wired with dynamite and holding a bouquet of dried flowers lies above her. It was sold by a private collector.
Wow.
Provocative piece.
Yeah.
Oh, neat. Nearly $55 million US.
Whoa.
Who's buying these things?
For real, right? Not I.
Where do you put them up on display?
I know.
Well, whoever bought this, listen up, you might be interested in our next story. I bet you've never seen an emerald the size of this one before, and it may be for sale eventually. It really is huge. Now, it weighs in around 300 kilograms or 661 pounds. Yeah, it's a little raw. Sure, it's not polished yet, but officials in Madagascar, where it was found, say the rock is being hailed as a national treasure. Officials are promising to handle it with complete transparency, and they say that they're going to sell it probably, and all of the funds will be used to boost the public treasury.
Oh, going back to
I would just have this big chunk of emerald in my house.
I want to see it polished.
Like my precious. Yeah, polish is going to look fabulous.
Think of all the emerald jewelry you could make with this.
Yeah.
Like, just everybody in the... Oh, my gosh.
Madagascar, also known as the Emerald City.
Yeah, now it is, for sure. Gosh, yeah. Wow.
That's a big rock.
That's what I want for Christmas.
There you go.
Sticking in a stocking, better than cool. Still ahead, your entertainment headlines. But coming up next, speaking of the holidays, it is the Move Morning Chat, and we want to know,
ready, man?
What's your favorite Christmas song? See, iconic music video. Kevin McAllister, that's telling me Christmas. We're going to have that conversation coming up.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. Welcome back. The time now is 6:41 on this Friday morning. Taking a look at Charlottetown, you can see there the sun is slowly beginning to rise. Beautiful lights early this morning as well. Currently -6 in your area, so quite cold start to the day. Keep that in mind when you're getting dressed to head out this morning. It's quite cold across the region. As of right now, -9 degrees in Edmonton, -5 over in Bathurst, -6 degrees in Fredericton, -4 in Halifax starting off your day, -2 in Yarmouth, -2 degrees also over in Happy Valley Goose Bay, 1 in Cartwright, and 1 degree in St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our forecast timeline. We are seeing pretty clear skies early this morning. The sun is going to rise and stick around all through the Maritime region. Into Labrador, though, we are going to see flurries starting off your day and going to see a chance of flurries into the afternoon for parts of northern New Brunswick. Now for Newfoundland, starting off the day with sunshine, seeing showers move into the afternoon, continuing into the overnight hours. And same thing goes for parts of the Maritime region, looking at a chance of showers and or flurries remaining, taking us into early Saturday. Here's a look at our rainfall outlook, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters for parts of Cape Breton Island and looking at 2 to 20 for parts of Newfoundland. In terms of our snowfall outlook, seeing 1 to 5 centimeters of accumulation for Campbellton. Other than that, looking at around 5 to 10 for Labrador City. So for our forecast today for New Brunswick, lots of sunshine across the province. We are expecting evening showers for the central and southern region of the province, but for the northern region, looking at sunshine throughout the day and then into the afternoon, a chance of flurries returns. Daytime highs will range from 1 to 6 degrees. Prince Edward Island looking at highs between 4 to 6. Lots of sunshine throughout your day. We are expecting a chance of showers into the evening. And for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, looking at showers throughout the day today. Highs will range from 6 to 8 degrees and wind gusts getting up to 40 kilometers per hour. For the rest of Nova Scotia, we're seeing sunshine throughout the day. And then chance of showers returns into the evening. Highs between 7 to 8 degrees. And for Labrador City, looking at a high yet again of -3. Flurries throughout your day, transitions over to evening snow. A high of 5 for St. John's, Newfoundland. Looking at a mix of sun and cloud throughout your day. Rain arrives into the late afternoon. Here's a look at our Saturday forecast. We are going to see seasonal daytime highs yet again across Nova Scotia as well as New Brunswick. Prince Edward Island seeing temperatures drop. And then for Labrador City, we are going to see periods of snow. For the rest of Labrador, looking at a chance of some flurries. And for Newfoundland, looking at a bit of sunshine, but also increasing cloudiness and expecting a few showers to return as well. Sunday, temperatures are going to drop, and we are going to see a low-pressure system travel over to Newfoundland, bringing mixed precipitation. That's a look at your weather forecast. We'll throw things over to the Move Morning Chat.
It's the Move Morning Chat with our friends Aaron and Peter in Morning Radio over in Halifax. And I have to tell you, I was wondering when we were going to be doing this topic because I knew it would be something we would eventually talk about, especially with radio colleagues. So today we're asking your favorite Christmas song of all time. Aaron and Peter, let's start with the radio jocks.
Yeah, well, you know, we had to bring this up today because, well, first of all, we want to let you in on a little secret. Our listeners don't even know this yet, but we are going to be Halifax's Christmas music station as of 9 o'clock this morning. So
Yay!
All Christmas music,
Yay!
all the time. We're so excited.
Okay,
And
we have to keep it under wraps,
we
right?
do. I mean, 9 o'clock is the big moment, but you guys know. Yeah.
Okay. This is great news.
And it only feels right to talk about our favorite Christmas songs, right?
Sure, yeah.
So, I mean, I'll go first. I love Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues. It is my favorite. It's also in my favorite movie, P.S. I Love You. So every time I hear it, it's one of those songs that just gives me goosebumps. I play it 24/7 during the holidays.
Love it. Great song, but I got to go a lot more traditional than that. And my favorite Christmas song of all time and has been, I think, for my entire life is Oh Holy Night.
Oh, yeah. when they hit divine, like when we get up there, that, yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, it used to be my favorite until I heard.
Oh, I'm not, that was just give it, like, the real people can do it, but yeah, banger, Peter, love it, love it. Okay, for me, and I know you're gonna play this on your station, Last Christmas by Wham. It's so, every time I hear it, it's just like, I'm hearing it for the first time. I'm even getting like verklempt thinking about it. And the video of them at the chalet in the 80s and skiing and having fun with their friends, like, can't get enough of it.
Oh, what great choices. And mine's also a different one too. Mine kind of has a bit of a sad topic, but it's such a fun song. We're going all the way back to 1992, Darlene Love, All Alone on Christmas. And if you say the title of the song, most people might go, oh, I don't know what that one is. It's really famous for being in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, and also in Love Actually as well.
What? That's not.
I wanna know.
Okay, that's.
Where the lonely hearts go.
Okay.
Oh God, hopefully I didn't ruin the song for anybody there by singing it. But when I hear that song, it's so good. I love it. And then I go on a big Darlene Love kick.
It does. The snow's going down. Oh yeah, that she's got it going on. Oh, and then we cannot. I have to also mention Mariah Carey. Obviously, that's a classic.
Oh yeah.
When you hear that, you know that it's time for Christmas celebrations.
Yep. It's time. So we're asking our viewers this morning, what is your favorite Christmas song of all time? And you can also tune in to Move 100, Halifax's music station, to hear your song. Send us a text. 10400 is the number, and we will share your answers later on in the show.
#1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
Welcome back. The time now is 6:51. I love the Move Morning Chat question today. I want to weigh in as well.
Yay.
I love I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas by Bing Crosby.
Latavia.
Love that song.
There's so much crossover in our taste. Yeah, me too. In fact, I love the Bing Crosby album. Like the whole.
I was gonna say anything that this man sang.
Woo. Yeah.
His voice is so soothing.
Like kind of like gentle Christmas music from the 40s. Like it just that feels like Christmas
Exactly.
to me.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Just follow
Yeah.
it up. I also love Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays by NSYNC.
Okay, there you go. Bring
That's
it,
a little
bring
fun
it in.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Oh yeah. Do you like Christmas music in general?
I do.
Yeah, me too.
Like you said, I like the older ones because they just make you feel warm and cozy.
Yes.
Yeah. The
Oh
newer
my
ones, some of them
gosh.
are great too, but that's where I go first.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You know what I always love is the movie Elf. It's got so many great songs there, like Pennies from Heaven.
Oh my gosh.
And oh my gosh, yes, so many fun songs. Anyway, yeah, I love it. We want to hear, of course, what your favorite Christmas music is. Let us know, 10400. We'll all have a little sing-along at the end of the show.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to head over to Hollywood now and take a look at your entertainment headlines.
The realm's only hope is in a leader strong enough to unite it.
Big news for Game of Thrones fans. The spin-off series House of the Dragon has been renewed for season 4, while season 3 of the fantasy show is scheduled to debut next summer. The Weeknd's ongoing tour has become the top-earning tour ever for a male solo artist. The Blinding Lights singer has sold over 7.5 million tickets, raking in more than $1 billion across 53 shows. And he's not done yet. Starting early next year, The Weeknd heads to Mexico, Brazil, and the UK.
Let the 50th Hunger Games begin!
It's almost time for the 50th Hunger Games. Lionsgate released the first trailer for The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping. The film is set to release on November 26th of next year.
You have to know the rules of the game and bend them.
The second season of Landman is off to a strong start. Paramount says the season premiere brought in 9.2 million views in its first 2 days of streaming of The Taylor Sheridan Show. And a happy birthday to NFL Hall of Famer and ABC's own Michael Strahan, who is 54 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News.
Well, despite this summer's punishing drought. Christmas tree growers on the East Coast are telling CTV News this year's crop of evergreens, firs, and pines are looking good.
Yay! CTV's Emma Convey reports on the state of this year's Christmas tree crop.
Blue check. Colin Hughes and his team are grading their Christmas trees. Blue tags for premium, red next in line. To their surprise, it was a high-quality harvest.
We had a terrible dry summer, but our trees grew well, which was kind of strange. And the weatherman's been great to us this year during harvest season.
Hughes grows around 20 million trees across his 2,000 acres. Majority are balsam fir trees. They harvest about 10% annually, and he was worried how the drought would affect them.
Fresh cut trees coming off the lots was under 40%, 37, 38% moisture content. So we put the water right to those trees, and after they're in our yard for a couple of days, we actually got the moisture content up to 47 to 48% is where they need to be.
We've really recognized the health and the quality of the tree is quite strong, the balsam fir Christmas tree. And remarkably, these trees are looking fantastic this year.
Seedlings didn't stand much of a chance, many growers losing substantial numbers.
Those trees that we planted 4 years ago that we lost, those trees we planted 3 years ago and 2 years and so on, that's inventory that's now gone. So at some point in time, that will have an effect on the supply.
The growing season shaped up to be better than expected. For this business, supply hasn't been the problem, but more so demand when it comes to uncertainty with tariffs and international markets. The true test will be how many trees behind me will be gone by Christmas. Emma Convey, CTV News, New Ross, Nova Scotia.
'Tis the season. Thank you, Emma. Happening now in local news, the annual Halifax International Security Forum kicks off later today. And this is the first time in several years that the U.S. will not send any military delegates. Details coming up. Plus, RCMP in Newfoundland and Labrador have released video of a copper wire theft suspect who stole from an active power substation. Also, it's Friday morning. I'll have your pump prices. You won't be paying more for gas, but the same can't be said for diesel. Those details coming up. But first, it's a look at your 3-day forecast for the weekend with Latavia.
Thanks, Amanda. Taking a look now for New Brunswick. A daytime high of 4 degrees. We do have sunshine for much of the province, looking at some isolated flurries for the northern region. On Saturday, looking at much of the same, 4 degrees as your daytime high yet again. A mix of sun and cloud with some scattered flurries. And then for Sunday, a high of 2 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud with evening flurries returning. For Nova Scotia, a high of 6 degrees today, mainly sunny skies and seeing showers for Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia. Also across the province into the evening. And then for Saturday, a high of 8 degrees, scattered showers across the province. On Sunday, looking at sunny skies with evening showers. For Prince Edward Island, looking at a high of 6, seeing mainly sunny skies with a chance of showers into the evening. Precipitation continues on Saturday with a high of 6, yet again, 3 degrees on Sunday with sunshine returning across the island.
It's Friday, November 21st. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, the annual Halifax International Security Forum kicks off today. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And Christmas is all aglow. Visit Glow Gardens to check out the beautiful light displays the whole family can enjoy this holiday season. That story and more just ahead on the Friday edition of Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. The time now is 7 o'clock, a whole hour. Already done, but so much more to come.
Oh, Friday's ripping right along.
It really is. You know what I'm excited about? Seeing all the festivals that are starting to take place, just the Christmas spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Alive and well, and we're going to be visiting Glow Gardens to see what they have this year. If you've never been before, it truly is a special experience, especially when it's really cold.
I was just going to say, yeah.
I want to go inside and do something fun with the family. And coming up later in the show, too, this hour, we're going to have the Navy Divers. They're a big supporter of the Christmas Daddies Telethon. That's going to be here before we know it. Just, what, 2 weeks away?
Yep.
Saturday, December 6th. And they've been doing multiple fundraisers. They do the run, but they're also going to be making some breakfast sandwiches, too. And that is part of their fundraiser.
That sounds great. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, it is cold this morning. I think the weather's a big thing for people today. If you're heading outside, you might want to dress in layers because it's not going to be cold all day. This is what I'm learning from you today.
Yes, 100%. Kind of like yesterday, right? Cold start. And then we were like shedding some layers into the afternoon, warming up. Here's a live look at Digby. You can see the sun is already shining early this morning. Cold though, -4 as of right now. So you wouldn't expect that with the sunshine, but don't let it fool you. It's going to warm up though, remaining seasonal or above seasonal for parts of the region. But as of right now, -6 degrees as you head outdoors in Fredericton and Moncton. -2 in Yarmouth, -4 degrees in Halifax, -6 in Charlottetown, and 1 degree in St. John's. Over to our forecast timeline. So we do have a bit of precipitation heading our way, but for the most part, seeing lots of sunshine across the Maritime region as well as into Newfoundland. We do have a chance of flurries returning for northern New Brunswick, a bit of precipitation for Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia, and for Newfoundland and Labrador, seeing a bit of mixed precipitation returning as well. Pretty light wind across the region today, so keep that in mind. It's still going to be cold, but not as cold with that wind gust. As of right now, only 20 kilometers per hour for Canso, 11 into Yarmouth. As you see here, no wind gusts at this time. We'll have a look at your weekend forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. The annual Halifax International Security Forum begins later today. Canada's Defence Minister David McGuinty will hold an opening press conference this afternoon. The forum is expected to draw attendees from around the world to discuss global security and democracy issues. This is the first time in several years that the U.S. will not send any military delegates. The RCMP in Newfoundland and Labrador are asking for the public's help as they investigate the theft of copper wires from an active Newfoundland Power substation. The Mounties say the wire was stolen from the facility in Lethbridge on November 3rd. They have released this footage from a surveillance camera that shows a person dressed in coveralls carrying a tool and some wire from the station. At one point, the video shows a close-up of the suspect's running shoes, which appear to have distinctive white markings. A 43-year-old woman is dead after being struck by a transit bus in St. John. It happened on the city's east side yesterday morning on the busy Loch Lomond Road.
At approximately 6:09 a.m. on November 20th, St. John Police Force responded to a motor vehicle accident at the intersection of Loch Lomond Road and McDonald Street, which is located on the east side of St. John. It involved a bus, city transit bus, and a pedestrian.
The investigation is ongoing. The city says it is cooperating fully and will offer support to anyone involved, including the driver. New Brunswick's doctors have been offered a new contract. The deal would drive up the provincial deficit, but would also reward doctors who make the move to a collaborative healthcare model. The New Brunswick Medical Society voted in favor.
The solo practice, a lot of those that want to remain functioning in that model will be able to do that. We're hoping that they might see that how working in teams can be better, and we might get some of them to switch.
There were some folks that we've been recruiting and negotiating with that were waiting to see what agreement would land with our physicians in the province. And now that they've seen it, I think there's two benefits that we're observing. One is that some of those people we are courting are now saying yes. Some of them are coming from Quebec, some of them are coming from the U.S.
The deal includes economic increases of up to 12.5%. The province says more details will be released when the agreement is signed. At Maritime Pumps, you won't be paying more for gas, but you will for diesel. In Nova Scotia, the minimum price for gas in the Halifax area did not change. It rests at a minimum price of $1.45.1 a litre. Meantime, diesel increased by 4.7 cents. The minimum price now $1.79.7. In PEI, gas also did not change. It rests at $1.47.9. However, diesel jumped by 9.8 cents. The minimum price now $1.84.9. And in New Brunswick, the slightest decrease for gas, it's down 0.3 cents. The maximum price $1.54.3, and diesel increased by 2.6 cents. The maximum price $1.90.3. The federal leader of the official opposition is on a tour of New Brunswick. Pierre Poilievre was in Fredericton yesterday morning. He was given a tour of Atlantic Modern Homes, met with workers, and spoke about a number of issues, including crime, affordability, and high prices.
And that's because of a lot of hidden taxes. The industrial carbon tax, still in place, well hidden, on our farmers and food processors. The food packaging tax, another Liberal tax that drives up food costs by about $1 billion a year.
Poilievre is scheduled to make appearances in northeastern New Brunswick today with stops in Tapasintac and Miramichi. Finally, young legislators in Prince Edward Island will get a chance to debate in the provincial legislature today. The Legislative Assembly will host the annual Rotary Youth Parliament. Youth will hear a speech from the throne delivered by the Lieutenant Governor of PEI and then debate under the direction of the Speaker and provincial MLAs. What's also really interesting is topics of debate are chosen by the youth who attend. And you're seeing photos from last year's event. I'm sure there'll be new ones later today after that session, but a really great initiative to get young people involved in politics and see how government forms decisions.
Oh, yeah.
That is interesting. All right, it's a Friday, so let's lighten the mood a little, shall we? It's time to look at some cute animals. Here are some baby cubs, cheetah cubs. Let's take a look. Look at that.
Oh.
This is a Smithsonian Zoo in the United States, and this is a mom with the little cubs. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 cubs there. Right now, zookeepers are kind of keeping hands off, just using the video to monitor the mom and babies. And we can monitor the babies too if you want to go to the Smithsonian site. This is the 20th litter born at the zoo, but Mom Ambala seems to be doing very, very well. And so far, it looks like the cubs are, you know, drinking heartily and staying nice and cozy.
Wow. Mom's like, leave me alone. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Help me.
She looks great, though, just moments after childbirth.
Right? Glamorous.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that is
I
glamorous.
do love those when zoos offer those live cams.
I
You can
know.
check
Me
in
too.
anytime, especially with babies.
And a reminder here that animal print never goes out of style.
Very true. Keeps coming back around.
Yeah, it does. And I'm coming back around with your national news headlines if you missed it. And Latavia will have the Friday forecast as well. Here we go. There's a live eye of Cape Smoky and Cape Breton. Nice cold, calm start to the day. 7:09. We'll be right back.
Always a beautiful view starting off your day in Edmundston. Time now is 7:12 on your Friday morning. It is quite cold early this morning. Keep that in mind when you are heading out. -8 degrees in your area. We are going to see a mix of sun and cloud before isolated flurries are expected into the afternoon. Weather is brought to you by the Atlantic Lottery mobile app. Cold start to the day right across the board. -7 degrees right now in Fredericton, -5 into Charlottetown and Halifax, -4 in Yarmouth, -2 degrees starting off your day in Sydney, -5 in Labrador City, and 0 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our forecast timeline. So early this morning, pretty clear skies for all 3 maritime provinces. Also seeing a bit of clear skies for parts of Newfoundland and Labrador. But we do have some mixed precipitation tracking across parts of the region. A few showers is expected for Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia. Into the afternoon, we are expecting some isolated flurries to the northern region of New Brunswick. And then for Newfoundland and Labrador, going to see mixed precipitation move in. So chance of flurries for parts of Labrador and a chance of showers for parts of Newfoundland. Into early Saturday morning, much of the same. We do have a bit of precipitation still tracking across parts of Newfoundland and Labrador and new parts of New Brunswick. Over to our rainfall outlook. Only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters of additional precipitation for parts of Cape Breton Island. And then the heaviest of that precipitation focusing on Newfoundland, looking at around 2 to 20 millimeters. Now for our snowfall outlook, we're looking at around 1 to 5 centimeters for Campbellton and then 5 to 10 for Labrador City. Over to our forecast today for New Brunswick. Looking at lots of sunshine across the province. We do have some isolated flurries expected for the northern region into the afternoon. Daytime highs will range from 1 to 6 degrees and evening showers across the province. Over to Prince Edward Island, highs between 4 to 6 degrees. Looking at lots of sunshine throughout your day. A chance of showers moves in into the evening. And for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, looking at a few showers throughout your day. Daytime highs between 6 to 8 degrees and wind picking up with gusts of up to 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, highs between 7 to 8. Looking at lots of sunshine throughout your day. We do have a chance of showers returning into the evening as well. And then for Newfoundland and Labrador, we're looking at a bit of sunshine for parts of Labrador, -3 degrees for Labrador City. Looking at flurries transitioning over to snow into the evening. And then for St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at sunshine also throughout your day. Periods of rain into the evening with a high of 5. Over to our forecast for Saturday, we are going to see a bit of sunshine, but still going to see a chance of showers for parts of the region. We do have a chance of flurries for parts of Labrador as well. Temperatures remain seasonal for the most part. And then into our forecast for Saturday night, we do have a chance of showers returning for parts of Nova Scotia. Taking us into Sunday morning, we are going to see mixed precipitation for parts of Cape Breton Island and Newfoundland. Looking into Labrador, still seeing some isolated flurries heading your way. So that's a look at your weather forecast. We'll throw things over to Amanda for your national and international news headlines.
Thank you so much, Latavia. Liberal MP Chrystia Freeland has announced she's taking a job in Oxford, England next year to run the Roads Trust, but she hasn't said when she'll leave Parliament. The charity confirmed she'll take over as CEO in July 2026 and move to England for the job. Freeland hasn't responded to questions, and her Toronto Riding Association says it has no details about a by-election. Freeland is a former Rhodes Scholar whose decade in cabinet included leading major trade fights and championing support for Ukraine. The high cost of food is changing the way most Canadians are eating. That is according to a new national snapshot. CTV's John Venevali-Rao has more on the lengths they're going to just for the basics.
When it comes to attitudes towards food prices, the survey found they remain a top expense pressure for households.
My experience is they've been going up, 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 up.
The report finding many Canadians are increasingly challenged by persistent food inflation, and it's been changing how they shop, cook, and eat in order to cope.
Canadians are adopting frugal habits, like switching brands, looking for coupons, discounts when they're buying products.
The survey, in fact, finding almost half of the 3,000 respondents are seeking out more sales and discounts. Nearly a quarter are using more coupons and shopping at cheaper stores as they try to make ends meet.
But yeah, you can find deals and sales all the time.
With more than a quarter reporting they struggle to afford food, up from nearly 23% a year ago. Food banks have reported a huge surge in the number of families seeking help.
Nice to get it out there. Like, this is so good that people are talking about it.
Karina Roberts is a single mom with 3 boys who says she may need to start going to a food bank every 2 weeks.
They are helpful, but I mean, then again, sometimes they don't have everything either. And it's a lot of canned stuff. And that's great. It's awesome that there's that help, but there's not a lot of fresh. There's not a lot of meat. There's not a lot of fruit.
The survey found many Canadians are prioritizing eating at home to manage costs. And on average, respondents say they now pay $515 a month for household food, compared to under $500 in the spring, which is a modest increase. On that front, many do overestimate the rate of food inflation this year. Almost 1 in 3 believe prices have gone up more than 10% over the last year, nearly triple the actual amount. And while affordability is still a major issue, the survey also finding that Canadians are cautiously optimistic that food costs may somewhat stabilize in 2026. John Venevali-Rao, CTV News, Toronto.
Thank you, John. A quick break here on CTV's Your Morning Atlantic. When we return, we're going to Glow. That's coming up.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
This year our theme is the Christmas Carnival. So it's very exciting. Every year we have a different theme. And we're so excited about this theme. We've got Ferris wheels and a lot of big, beautiful light fixtures. So we have a zoo, we have all kinds of big tents and air balloons, and it's just a lot of fun. And who doesn't love a fun carnival?
Oh, hello there. I was worried I didn't have anything left to give.
So this year we added Glow Quest. So it's an interactive element where every kid who comes gets a magical icicle wand and they become a spark bearer. So we have little activations all throughout the gardens. So they tap it with their wand and each station does something different. There's lots of fun puzzles that are aimed more for an older child, but then there's lots of puzzles and games and activities for the younger children too. And we actually have 2 new features this year. And it's all included in the price, so you're getting more for your Glow. So within the Glow ticket, you're getting the audio adventure as well. So Fox and Bunny, some new characters that have joined us this year for Glow Gardens, are going to tell you some stories and give you puzzles and some jokes and train you to become a young ringmaster. Glow Gardens really is for all ages. You know, we do have our Glowville, which has all the bouncy castles and the arcades. Again, everything is included in your ticket. So you can stay in Funland and Glowville with all the bouncy castles for 5 minutes, or you can stay there for a couple hours. We have lots of games, and then we have food, we have entertainment. So we have a main stage with, it might be a rock band during the weekend, and then we have a family show whenever we're open in the afternoons with a fabulous circus artist and some singers, and they're gonna tell you a story about the Christmas spirit. And then we have jazz music and a new cafe. So, you know, whether you need a coffee or you can stop at one of the bars. We have shopping for those who want to do a little shopping in the marketplace. We also have roller skating. So there really is something for everybody. And then with the addition of our new Glow Quest and audio adventures, you know, you can really take your time and spend a lot of time here at Glow Gardens. New Year's Eve is really exciting at Glow Gardens. So what we do is we are open to the public from 12 to 3, but then we have a special elevated family event. So this year we have Virgin coming, so we'll have some hosts from Virgin Radio coming, and we have all the fun New Year's Eve favors and the blowers and everything like that. So you get everything that Glow Gardens normally offers. We bring in Mary Mac, the band, so very family friendly, and we always have a lot of good time getting on the dance floor, and the princess is there dancing with you. So it opens from 4, and then it closes at 8, and then we have fireworks outside, but at 8 o'clock we do the countdown. So it's a great event for the families where you can do the countdown and go outside, have some fireworks, drive home, and you're home in bed for 10 o'clock. It's a great way for families to spend New Year's Eve. You can purchase tickets at halifax.glowgardens.com. There'll be a calendar there, and you can see all the times we're open. The times do vary, but we are closed for the first 4 weeks on Mondays and Tuesdays, and then open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, Sundays. So there are specific hours on our website, and you can purchase tickets online. You can also purchase them at the door, but we do recommend purchasing them online beforehand so you don't run into a sold-out time slot.
Taking a look at our weekend forecast for New Brunswick today, we're looking at a high of 4 degrees, lots of sunshine for much of the province. We do have isolated flurries expected to the north. On Saturday, much of the same. Daytime high remains at 4. Sunshine with scattered flurries for parts of the province. On Sunday, looking at 2 degrees and -4 into the overnight hours. Sunshine throughout your day, evening flurries. For Nova Scotia, looking at lots of sunshine for much of the province. We do have showers expected for Cape Breton Island, a high of 6. On Saturday, looking at a chance of showers across the province with a high of 8. And then on Sunday, looking at a high of 3 degrees, sunny skies with evening showers. For Prince Edward Island, a high of 6 degrees, mainly sunny skies with evening showers. On Saturday, daytime high remains at 6. Isolated showers expected on Sunday, 3 degrees with sunny skies across the island.
Coming up in 15 minutes, running and cooking for daddies. The Navy Dieters, they're known for their annual 50K run in support of Christmas Daddies Telethon, but It's not the only way they fundraise. They're cooking in our kitchen just ahead here on the Friday edition of Your Morning Atlantic. Good morning. In less than 15 minutes, you're going to meet Sailor First Class Sam Phillips. I spoke with him back in September about the run in October, 50K in support of Christmas Daddies. And these men and women are incredible. They've got a tough job. They're tough people, but they're also so kind. Giving back to Christmas Daddies for more than 40 years now. And it's wild to think that they had their annual run that used to start in Truro. They used to run to Halifax.
Oh, my.
Right? Then they ran around the streets of Halifax. Then, of course, the pandemic happened. Everyone pivoted. And now they also have a new way of fundraising for daddies. So not only do they have this public run that civilians can join in ahead of the telethon, they're also raising money at their unit with these breakfast sandwiches that they do every week. And they've raised quite a bit of money. And coming up, they're going to be in our kitchen showing us the sandwiches they make, giving us a little test, and telling us about what they're doing this year.
Well, the cooking is happening. You can smell it. If you get bacon cooking right now, I'm very excited to see how they make their sandwiches. But in the meantime, if you're heading outside and you hadn't had breakfast yet, maybe have something extra hearty and extra hot.
Absolutely. It's quite cold across the region early this morning. Temperatures will rise a little bit later, but starting off quite cold, so just be prepared for that when you're heading out. Here's a live look at St. Martin's in New Brunswick. We are seeing sunshine over there early this morning. It's going to be pretty nice day. We are seeing sunshine for much of New Brunswick today, but looking at some flurries into the afternoon for parts of the province. -7 degrees heading outdoors in Fredericton, -5 starting off your day in Charlottetown and in Halifax, -2 in Sydney with -5 in Labrador City, 0 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Taking a look at our satellite and radar, we are starting off the day with a lot of sunshine across the Maritimes, extending into parts of Newfoundland. But we do have some isolated flurries expected for the northern region of New Brunswick, some precipitation for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, and for Labrador City, looking at flurries and precipitation into the afternoon for parts of Newfoundland. In terms of the wind, going to remain quite light. As of right now, nothing above 15 kilometers per hour in Canso, 11 in Lunenburg. No wind gusts throughout the day today for the most part. And we'll take a look at your weekend forecast just ahead. But first, a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. And we begin in Nova Scotia, where the annual Halifax International Security Forum will kick off later today. Canada's Defence Minister David McGuinty will hold an opening press conference this afternoon. The forum is expected to draw attendees from around the world to discuss global security and democracy issues. And this is the first time in several years that the U.S. will not send any military delegates. The RCMP in Newfoundland and Labrador are asking for your help as they investigate the theft of copper wires from an active Newfoundland power substation. The Mounties say the wire was stolen from the facility in Lethbridge on November 3rd. They've released this video footage from a surveillance camera that shows a person dressed in coveralls carrying a tool and some wire from the station. At one point, the video shows a close-up of the suspect's running shoes, which appear to have distinctive white markings. The federal leader of the official opposition is on a tour of New Brunswick. Pierre Poilievre was in Fredericton yesterday morning. He was given a tour of Atlantic Modern Homes, met with workers, and spoke about a number of issues, including crime, affordability, and high prices.
And that's because of a lot of hidden taxes. The industrial carbon tax, still in place, well hidden, on our farmers and food processors. The food packaging tax, another Liberal tax that drives up food costs by about $1 billion a year.
Poilievre is also scheduled to make appearances in northeastern New Brunswick today with stops in Tapasintac and Miramichi. At Maritime Pumps, you will not be paying more for gas, but you will if you fill up with diesel. In Nova Scotia, the minimum price of gas, it did not change in the Halifax area. It rests at a minimum price of $1.41.1. However, increased by nearly 5 cents a litre. The minimum price now $1.79.7. And PEI gas also didn't change. It rests at $1.47.9. However, diesel jumped by nearly 10 cents a litre. The minimum price, $1.84.9. And in New Brunswick, the slightest decrease for gas. It's down 0.3 cents. The maximum price now $1.54.3. And diesel increased by 42.6 cents. The maximum price now $1.90.3. A 43-year-old woman is dead after being struck by a transit bus in St. John. It happened on the city's east side yesterday morning on the busy Loch Lomond Road.
At approximately 6:09 a.m. on November 20th, St. John Police Force responded to a motor vehicle accident at the intersection of Loch Lomond Road and McDonald Street, which is located on the east side of St. John. It involved a bus, city transit bus, and a pedestrian.
The investigation is ongoing. The city says it is cooperating fully and will offer support to anyone involved, including the driver. In Halifax, a plan to cut down dozens of mature trees to build a bus lane along a busy street is under fire by a local group fighting to save them. The project is part of the city's integrated mobility and rapid transit strategy. It involves cutting down about 80 trees and demolishing more than a dozen buildings on Roby Street.
There's First Nations homes, there's housing co-ops, there's youth shelters, and everyone is being impacted in one of the last affordable neighborhoods in the city.
CTV News did reach out to the city for comment, but they declined an interview. Finally, in Cape Breton, a popular fundraiser is back.
Causes and charities. And of course,
the 8th annual Because You Care gift catalog launched in Sydney yesterday. Donations through the catalog help patients at the Cape Breton Regional Hospital pay for medications, comfort items, travel, and much more. This year, it's in memory of Nadine Keller-Wadden. Nadine was a dedicated volunteer for several community cases, including her late daughter's legacy, Molly's Mission.
Very separate. It's a tremendous honor for myself and my family for Nadine to be on the cover of this year's Because You Care catalog. It would mean the world to her to know that she's making such positive impact on people that need it most, and you're at your most vulnerable when you're sick.
And since 2019, the catalog has raised over $300,000 for more than 19 areas of care through the Cape Breton Regional Hospital.
Wow.
Great news.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Great people giving back. We love to see
Yeah. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Yeah, 6 years, too, it's been ongoing for.
Keeps on going, gets better every year.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, you know we love a good auction on this show, especially ones with wild price tags or unusual items. This is definitely in the unusual items category. For the very first time, items from Jim Henson's archives have hit the auction block. Hundreds of puppets, props, and memorabilia are up for grabs. Some of the highlights include a pair of shoes worn by Miss Piggy. Oh my gosh, they're bigger than I thought. And some puppets from Fraggle Rock, also available. A collection of artwork by the late Carol. So there's the Fraggle Rock puppets. Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
Oh yeah.
Love Fraggle Rock.
Now, the late Carol Spinney is the man inside Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch. I didn't realize that Oscar the Grouch and Big Bird were the same person. But Carol Spinney was also an artist with family connections to New Brunswick. So that's kind of cool. If you're interested in anything you see here, the auction takes place on Tuesday.
Oh my gosh, I think there's something there from Muppets Treasure Island. Remember that one?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Miss Piggy must be a big puppet because those shoes are like almost human size. I didn't realize she was that big.
They look very soft though.
They do. I had a Miss Piggy puppet myself, the commercial kind you could buy in the store when I was a kid.
Yes.
And it was, the head was probably like about this big. If my hand here, the head was probably like about that big. And so, yeah, I guess she was a big puppet because the torso only went to here.
Oh.
Anyway, the real puppet, I'm sure, is even bigger.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, she's known for loving a good performance or two. I wonder what her favorite Christmas song is, because that is the focus of today's Move Morning Chat. We are asking you, what is your favorite Christmas song of all time? You can send us a text at 10400. That's the number. Coming up later in the show, I'm going to share your text messages. Yeah, we want to know, do you like a classic Christmas carol? Maybe there's some new songs, something we haven't mentioned. Love to hear your answers and share on the show. We're going to keep the holiday theme going, too, because coming up next, we are cooking in the YMA kitchen with the Navy divers. They not only run for the Christmas Daddies telethon, they cook for it, too. Look at them up bright and early. We'll speak with them and also have a taste test a little later in the show.
Welcome back. The time now is 7:43. Taking a live look at a beautiful sunny start to the day over in Somerville. It is a cold start to the day though, -1. Keep that in mind when you are heading out. Quite cold across the board this morning. We will be seeing temperatures rise a little bit later, but as of right now, you're going to want to prepare before you head out early this morning. So in terms of that sunshine, it will be sticking around for parts of the Maritime region, extending for parts of Atlantic Canada as well. But as of right now, -7 degrees heading outdoors in Fredericton, -5 in Charlottetown and in Halifax, -4 into Yarmouth, -5 in Labrador City, 0 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our forecast timeline, you can see here pretty clear skies for much of the Maritime region. Parts of Newfoundland and Labrador will also see sunshine today. But we do have some isolated flurries returning to the northern region of New Brunswick. We will be seeing a few showers for Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia into the afternoon. And then for Labrador, looking at flurries, and Newfoundland seeing a bit of shower activity as well. Then we head to the evening hours, much of the same, but we will be seeing an increase of that wet snow in parts of northern New Brunswick. And then for Newfoundland, we're looking at precipitation across the island and looking at transition to snow for parts of Labrador. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, it's going to remain quite light for Cape Breton Island, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters. The heaviest of that precipitation will be focused into parts of Newfoundland, looking around 2 to 20 millimeters. For snowfall outlook, only seeing 1 to 5 centimeters for snow accumulation in Campbellton, and then seeing 5 to 10 for Labrador City. Over to our forecast today for New Brunswick. Lots of sunshine throughout your day. We do have that chance of some isolated flurries into the afternoon for the northern region. And for the evening, we're looking at a chance of showers for the central and southern region. Prince Edward Island looking at sunny skies as well today with highs between 4 to 6. We do have that chance of showers into the evening as well. Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, we will be seeing highs between 6 to 8 degrees. A few showers expected throughout the day into the evening as well. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, lots of sunshine throughout your day. We do have that chance of showers expected into the evening. For Newfoundland and Labrador, a bit of sunshine for both provinces today. We do have some flurries for Labrador City, a high of -3, transitions over to snow into the evening. And for St. John's, Newfoundland, a high of 5, sunshine throughout your day, and then transitions over to rain. Over to our Saturday forecast. Temperatures remain quite seasonal for the most part for much of Atlantic Canada. We are going to see a few sunny breaks for parts of the Maritime region. Still seeing snow for Labrador and a chance of showers for parts of Newfoundland. And then into the evening hours, we do have that chance of showers returning for parts of Nova Scotia. Taking us into Sunday's forecast, we do have a bit of mixed precipitation for parts of Cape Breton Island, and also seeing periods of flurries and or snow for parts of Labrador, mixed precipitation for parts of Newfoundland. Temperatures will cool back down, Crystal.
Tavia, it's almost 7:46. Look who's here. It's the Fleet Diving Unit. We're so excited to hear, because not only are the members of the Fleet Diving Unit Atlantic good at their job in the water, they're pretty unstoppable on land and in the kitchen. And for more than 43 years, they've held multiple fundraisers in support of Christmas Daddies, including their annual 50-kilometer run and other initiatives like cooking breakfast sandwiches. So here to tell us more is Sailor First Class Sam Phillips, along with Colin, Jarrett, and Chris. All right, Sam, thanks so much for coming in this morning.
Oh, thanks for having us.
What are the gentlemen making for us now?
So right now we're making our breakfast sandwiches, which is part of our fundraiser for Christmas Daddies. So once a week, the team gets together and they make breakfast sandwiches for the members of our unit.
Okay.
We sell them to the members for $5 each. And at the end of the year, right before we donate, we tally up how much we've made. So far this year, we've made over $1,000 alone just making breakfast sandwiches.
Fantastic. You're on kind of cooking duty right now. What sort of goes into these sandwiches?
Well, we start with the English muffins. We have the bacon, we have the eggs, and we have our secret sauce here with some melted cheese.
This is fantastic. You're making sandwiches for the hungry crew, $5 each. We're going to send a bill to our boss, and you'll get a big donation today. You're going to definitely get the tally up this today. Let's talk about other ways you raise money. You've got these hot spots on Christmas Daddies Telethon Day, December 6th. Where will you be, and how do you collect money?
Yeah, so this year we have 8 different hotspot locations. We're going to be at Alderney Landing in Dartmouth, Chebucto Landing on the Halifax waterfront, Micmac Mall in Dartmouth, Sobeys Fall River, Sobeys Tacoma Drive in Dartmouth, Spring Garden Road at Lululemon, just outside front there, and Sunnyside Mall right near Pete's Frutique, and the agency real estate brokerage.
All right, and we have a graphic with all of those locations and the details on our website. So at a hotspot location, what happens? Like, how can I help you?
Yeah, so you'll see members from the Fleet Diving Unit there. We'll be there with our big water jugs with our signs on. going around collecting donations. So you can come on by, you can throw some cash inside the jug, or you can get us on our GoFundMe. We have QR codes on all of our posters. If you search Navy Divers on GoFundMe, you'll see this year's fundraiser.
That's fantastic. This is, okay, so you got the breakfast sandwiches, you have the GoFundMe, you have the hotspots on December 6th, and the big run. It's now a 50K run. The public can join you. More than 30 people took you up on that offer.
Yeah, this year was our biggest event yet. We held the 50K run on the Shearwater Flyer Trail, and we had over 35 participants. We raised over $3,000 just on the run alone. It was a huge hit. Donations from Supplement King, which was a huge help for fueling the runners on the run this year.
Okay, we're showing some of the hot spots and how it works. People can bring their money. Do you have to have cash or can you tap?
You can't tap. We haven't got there yet, hopefully 1 year. But cash is preferred. If not, then GoFundMe is what we recommend.
Well, this is why we have you on the show. You can warn all the viewers to make sure they got some cash that day when they see you. The Navy Divers and Christmas Daddies have gone hand in hand for so many years. You're such a big supporter. Why is it important to you and your team to support Christmas Daddies?
Well, we do a lot at work, busy for the fleet and for the Navy and the military as a whole, but more importantly, we want to give back to the community. So Christmas Daddies allows us to do that by raising money for less fortunate families and children in the Maritimes. That's why we love this. 43 years now we've been doing it, which is great, and hopefully many, many more years to come.
All right, and Jared, you're on duty there. You're doing a great job of melting the cheese and the bacon. Colin, like next level, perfectly crisp. For you personally, why do you want to support this organization? Because obviously you give a lot of your time and energy to Christmas Daddies.
Yeah, for sure. It's just good to give back to the community, and we're big on team and community at our unit, so that extends beyond us and into Halifax. So anything we can do to help.
Okay, well, it's obvious that you're doing a great job. I know that Christmas Daddies appreciates your work so much. Thank you for getting up early and making us all breakfast sandwiches.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, okay, so let's give it a little try. A reminder, because we're going to have a big bite of delicious. Any old one? I can just grab one?
Yeah, anyone,
okay, so that's $5 on the tab, and that's the first, but there'll be many more. Let me give this a little taste. Oh, yeah. That is a nice hearty sandwich. That would fuel... If you can fuel the Navy diver, you can fuel the CTV employee for sure.
That's true.
All right, all the details are on our website. And a reminder, swallow. Saturday, December 6th is Christmas Daddies from 11 to 6, so you'll definitely want to participate, watch that show, and if you happen to be out and about, support the Navy Divers on the way. And I know, Amanda, you're a huge supporter of the Navy Divers and Christmas Daddies yourself.
Fantastic crew of people. Thank you so much, Crystal, and thank you to the divers. Health and medical news now. While fewer people are accessing virtual health services than they were during the pandemic, a new study shows it remains an important part of the healthcare system. It's one of the topics in Your Health. According to a new report by Statistics Canada, a little more than half of all healthcare appointments were virtual during the COVID-19 pandemic. By 2023, a majority of people returned to in-person appointments, but more than a third used a mix of both types of appointments, and about 1 in 20 had virtual appointments only. A higher level of education and not having a regular healthcare provider was associated with higher rates of virtual care. South of the border, health officials say at least 31 babies in 15 states have been treated for botulism as an outbreak tied to ByHeart formula continues to grow. The company confirmed Wednesday that lab tests found that samples of its formula were contaminated with the type of bacteria that can cause the illness. Investigators in at least 3 states said the formula remains on some store shelves despite a November 11th recall of all products nationwide. Infant botulism is a potentially deadly illness. Symptoms can take up to 30 days to develop. The illness requires immediate medical attention. Finally, back here in Canada, fertility patient advocates say they are disappointed the federal budget includes no funding for in vitro fertilization, or IVF. The Liberals promised during the last election campaign to fund $20,000 per cycle of IVF, but the minority government has given no timeline of when that may happen. Coverage varies widely across the country. Alberta, Nunavut, and the Northwest Territories offer no help at all, while Quebec offers 1 full cycle of IVF per patient.
And now we'd like to introduce you to the Maritimers who are marking milestones today. It's a 104th birthday for Dot Julian from Grand Desert, Nova Scotia.
Happy birthday, Dot. 104 candles on the cake.
Amazing.
That's a milestone. And now to the Maritimers who are marking milestones tomorrow. It's a 50th anniversary for Bernie and Norma Dugas of Sydney Mines, Nova Scotia. Oh my gosh, let's take a little moment for Bernie and Norma. What a great photo. Norma, your veil is beautiful.
That bouquet.
Oh, gorgeous.
Happy anniversary. All right, well, to see your milestone again or to find out how to submit one, you can visit our website by scanning the QR code on your screen. And a reminder, milestones must be received 2 weeks in advance.
Milestones, brought to you by the Berkeley Retirement Residences. Love this stage of life.
Unfortunately, we hear more and more stories in the news about seniors falling victim to fraud and scams.
And that's why one Canadian seniors home got creative and decided to put on a puppet show to teach the residents in an entertaining way. Here's CTV's Tyson Fedor.
About a dozen seniors were treated to a one-of-a-kind puppet show at the Clover Living Seniors Home in Chinatown.
We realized how pervasive scamming is for seniors, and puppets have just such a way of talking about things in a way that's really fun.
The play is called Fishing. It's performed by the group Grey Guardians and depicts a crow named Don casting a fishing rod on the side of the dock. He reels in a big catch, a cat named Oscar disguised as a fish.
So I built the crow and the cat, and they have, over the past few weeks, become their own little personalities.
Phishing is where scammers trick you by call, text, or email to share personal information or download malicious malware. And this is the first play that was translated into Mandarin for residents.
I understand that the puppets are just like performers. They're performing a show, and I guess I have to listen to the English and then I'll do my Chinese part.
According to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, more than 23,000 Canadians have lost $544 million to fraud so far this year.
If they called you, be suspicious. The cost to the scammers is essentially zero. They just need the internet and somewhere in the world and a way to take your money.
For senior Benjamin Au, the show is a great reminder of what you should do if you sense you're being scammed.
I receive email all the time, and I noticed the bad part of it, and I didn't pay attention and delete it. And when somebody called me, if the number is not from my own directory, I just don't answer any call at all.
The show will continue on the road, helping as many seniors as possible.
We have plans to do 3 more different plays that cover different topics of scamming, and we're looking to develop a tour that puppeteers can go around and tour to different homes.
Tyson Fedor, CTV News, Calgary.
Taking a look at our 3-day forecast for New Brunswick, we are going to see a high of 4 degrees today, lots of sunshine. Isolated flurries expected for the northern region. Then on Saturday, a high of 4, a mix of sun and cloud for much of the province yet again, seeing a chance of flurries for the north. And then on Sunday, looking at a mix of sun and cloud, cooling down to 2 degrees and evening flurries across the province. For Nova Scotia, looking at a high of 6 today, lots of sunshine. We do have a few showers expected for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia. And then it's a Saturday, wet weather continues across the province with a high of 8. On Sunday, sunshine, cooling down to 3 degrees, sunny skies throughout your day, and evening showers expected. Prince Edward Island looking at a high of 6, mainly sunny skies today with evening showers. On Saturday, a high of 6 yet again, isolated showers across the island, then sunshine returns across the island on Sunday, cooling to a high of 3. Time now, 7:56. We'll be right back.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
It's Friday, November 21st. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, the annual Halifax International Security Forum kicks off later today. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And making the holidays magical. Lifestyle contributor Sherry French will join us to share some of her ideas for making this time of year extra special for the kids in your life. That's a little later in this half hour of Your Morning Atlantic. It's 8:01. come on in. I'm really excited to pass our boss the bill from the Christmas Daddy's sandwich making effort today.
I could have ate 10.
He'll be like, Aruga!
I pulled out a little viola and put the $10 down and said, here you go, a little
nice.
Extra.
Yeah.
Doing a big donation on
That's
the big
true.
day.
And you know what? It all adds up. And I know the big day is December 6th, Christmas Daddies.
Yeah.
Really important fundraiser in our region. The thing I didn't get a chance to ask the divers about, and I know you know the answer because you've worked with them for so many years now. What does a fleet diving unit actually do in their work?
Oh my gosh, what don't they do? I mean, they would definitely be the ones to better explain it, so I hope I do them justice. But there's Fleet Diving Unit Atlantic. There's also one on the West Coast, Pacific. They do a lot of training in the water, a lot of diving. They work out of Shearwater in Nova Scotia. And the big thing that they do is they're very good at taking care of old bombs in waters. They go around the world, and that is something that they do. They clean up these old, I know they have a technical term. There's someone who's in the armed forces probably watching me saying it's like gosh, it's an OXO or something along those lines.
EOD. It's called
Explosive Ordnance Disposal.
Yeah, that's a control room.
Helping me out there. Thank you. But basically, they make sure our waters are safe, and they are constantly training. It's incredible where they're going. In fact, one of them who's been a spokesperson for the divers for Christmas Daddies, he's away training right now.
Amazing. Well, I mean, and it's hard to believe they can find the time to fundraise as much as they do for Christmas Daddies, but they do. And the information about those hot spots they'll be at on December 6th, that's on our website. All right, more news you can use today. The weather, it's cold this morning.
Absolutely. It will warm up a little bit later, but as of right now, feeling quite crisp to start your day, so make sure to layer up when you're heading outdoors. But there's lots of sunshine for much of the region. Here's a live look at Lunenburg this morning. Beautiful sunshine early this morning, and we are going to see it stick around into the afternoon. We do have a cool start to the day. Seasonal daytime highs headed our way for the most part. But as of right now, -8 degrees in Edmonton with -5 in Moncton and Charlottetown within Halifax as well. -2 degrees starting off your day in Sydney, -3 in Happy Valley, Goose Bay, 0 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our satellite and radar. Sunshine for parts of Atlantic Canada, also seeing mixed precipitation. Looking at a chance of some isolated showers for the northern region of New Brunswick. A few showers will return for Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia. Looking at shower activity too for parts of Newfoundland and Labrador, looking at a chance of flurries starting off your day. Here's a look at our current winds across the maritime region. It's quite light today, 11 kilometers per hour for Lunenburg and Edmundston, 15 in Canso. No wind gusts to report. We'll have a look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. The annual Halifax International Security Forum will begin this afternoon. Canada's Defence Minister David McGuinty will hold an opening press conference. The forum is expected to draw attendees from around the world to discuss global security and democracy issues. This is also the first time in several years that the U.S. will not send any military delegates. The federal leader of the official opposition is on a tour of New Brunswick. Pierre Poilievre was in Fredericton Thursday morning. He was given a tour of Atlantic Modern Homes, met with workers, and spoke about a number of issues, including crime, affordability, and high prices.
And that's because of a lot of hidden taxes. The industrial carbon tax, still in place, well hidden, on our farmers and food processors. The food packaging tax, another Liberal tax that drives up food costs by about $1 billion a year.
Poilievre is also scheduled to make appearances in northeastern New Brunswick today with stops in Tapasintac and Miramichi. The RCMP in Newfoundland and Labrador are asking for help as they investigate the theft of copper wires from an active Newfoundland power substation. The Mounties say the wire was stolen from the facility in Lethbridge on November 3rd. They have released this footage from a surveillance camera that shows a person dressed in coveralls carrying a tool and some wire from the station. At one point, the video shows a close-up of the suspect's running shoes, which appear to have distinctive white markings. At Maritime Pumps, you won't be paying more for gas, but you will for diesel. In Nova Scotia, the minimum price of gas in the Halifax area rests at a minimum price of $1.45.1. Meantime, diesel increased by 4.7 cents. The minimum price now $1.79.7. In Prince Edward Island, gas did not change. It rests at $1.47.9. However, diesel jumped by 9.8 cents. The minimum price now $1.84.9 a liter. And in New Brunswick, the slightest decrease for gas. It's down 0.3 cents. The maximum price now $1.54.3, and diesel increased by 2.6 cents. The maximum price now $1.90.3. New Brunswick's doctors have been offered a lucrative new contract. The deal would drive up the provincial deficit, but would also reward doctors who make the move to a collaborative healthcare model. The New Brunswick Medical Society voted in favor.
The solo practice, a lot of those that want to remain functioning in that model will be able to do that. We're hoping that they might see that how working in teams can be better, and we might get some of them to switch.
There were some folks that we've been recruiting and negotiating with that we're waiting to see what agreement would land with our physicians in the province. And now that they've seen it, I think there's two benefits that we're observing. One is that some of those people we are courting are now saying yes. Some of them are coming from Quebec, some of them are coming from the U.S.
The deal includes economic increases of up to 12.5%. The province says more details will be released when the agreement is signed. Young legislators in Prince Edward Island will get a chance to debate in the provincial legislature today. The Legislative Assembly will host the annual Rotary Youth Parliament. Youth will hear a speech from the throne delivered by the Lieutenant Governor of PEI and then debate under the direction of the Speaker and provincial MLAs. Topics of debate are chosen by the youth. Finally, speaking of young people, Roblox is tightening age checks as global pressure grows over kids' online safety. Users who want to chat will need an AI age estimate based on a short video selfie. Players will then be sorted into age-based chat groups with younger kids locked into stricter limits. So the system rolls out next month in Australia, New Zealand, and the Netherlands, and then globally in January, so in the new year. Advocates say it's progress, but warn the company must follow through to protect children.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of kids love Roblox. It's very popular with them. But there's also that big concern about online safety when it comes to Roblox as well.
All right, there you go. And different use of AI.
Different use of AI. Interesting to sort them into different age categories for those online chats. I admit, as a parent, it is one that makes me nervous. We haven't allowed our son to play it yet.
Well, the person featured in my next story, no problem. They're allowed to play. Like, they've been playing for years, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
You find something you love, why stop if you don't have to? This is Odilon Maya. He's 96, and he holds a record for oldest active rower.
Whoa.
He took up rowing in the 1950s in Brazil. He was just walking by the rowing club. Somebody invited him to join, and he accepted. He never looked back, except when he's in a boat with his son, his grandson, actually, because you have to look back sometimes when you're doing your rowing. And they won the silver medal at the World Championship this year.
What?
Yes. So, yeah, 96. He would get to play Roblox if he wanted to. He's probably not, though. He's out rowing instead.
Exactly.
He's too busy out exercising, keeping young.
96.
And rowing is difficult.
It's so hard.
Oh, whole body. Yeah.
Wow.
So there you go.
Seems to be the secret, though, when we keep talking to these seniors who are living these long lives. Keep moving.
Yes, fitness.
Yep.
Number one.
Move it or lose it.
All right, still ahead, ways to make the holidays magical. And coming up, this is always a magical view, the iconic lighthouse in Nova Scotia, Peggy's Cove. Some nice blue skies there. Latavia will have your daily highs when we return.
Welcome back. Good morning. The time now is 8:13. Taking a live look at Windsor. You can see the sun is shining early this morning. A bit cool, though, starting off your day, -4. Going to see sunshine sticking around throughout your day, though. Temperatures will warm up. Weather is brought to you by the Atlantic Lottery mobile app. A cold start to the day, really right across the region. -7 degrees right now in Fredericton. A -4 starting off your day in Charlottetown. -5 in Halifax. 1 in Sydney. 2 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our forecast timeline, quite clear skies for much of Atlantic Canada, but we do have some precipitation on its way. We are looking at some flurries moving into parts of Labrador, into the northern region of New Brunswick. Going to see a chance of showers as well for Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia, and then also going to see some precipitation into the late afternoon for Newfoundland. Into the evening, much of the same is expected. A bit of a messy mix for parts of the region. Temperatures really cooling down yet again tonight, bringing us into early Saturday morning. A bit of mixed precipitation sticking around. Will clear out. We're going to see sunshine yet again. If you're wondering about our rainfall outlook, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters of additional precipitation for parts of Cape Breton Island, and seeing the heaviest into Newfoundland, looking at around 2 to 20. For our snowfall outlook, pretty much the same. Light indication, 1 to 5 centimeters for Campbellton, and 5 to 10 for parts of Labrador City, 1 to 5 for Gander. Over to our forecast today for New Brunswick. Lots of sunshine throughout your day. We do have evening showers expected, but into the afternoon, we could see some isolated flurries further north. Daytime highs between 1 to 6 degrees. Prince Edward Island, looking at sunny skies throughout your day. A chance of showers moves across the island into the evening with highs between 5 to 6. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, we're looking at a few showers throughout your day today. Wind picking up out of the east. 20 gusting to 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, lots of sunshine as well. We do have some showers with highs between 7 to 8 degrees. For Newfoundland and Labrador, also going to see some sunshine, but we do have flurries expected for Labrador City with a high of -3. 5 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at a mix of sun and cloud throughout your day. Rain moves in into the late afternoon and evening. So Saturday's forecast, pretty seasonal yet again for our daytime highs. We are going to see a bit of mixed precipitation yet again. So looking at periods of snow for parts of Newfoundland, a few showers indicated for parts of, a few showers expected for Newfoundland, and then for Labrador, we're looking at periods of snow, a little bit of sunshine for parts of the Maritime region, but then into the evening hours, we do have another low making its way over, bringing a few showers back around. Sunday's forecast, temperatures cooling down yet again, and for the most part, we will be seeing sunshine for the Maritime region, a bit of snow for parts of Cape Breton Island, mixed precipitation for Newfoundland, and looking at some snow hanging around for Labrador. That's a look at your weather forecast. We'll throw things over to Amanda for your national and international news headlines.
Thank you, Latavia. Time is 8:15. Liberal MP Chrystia Freeland has announced she's taking a job in Oxford, England next year to run the Rhodes Trust, but she hasn't said when she'll leave Parliament. The charity confirmed she'll take over as CEO in July 2026 and move to England for the job. Freeland has not responded to questions, and her Toronto Riding Association says it has no details about a by-election. Freeland is a former Rhodes Scholar whose decade in cabinet included leading major trade fights and championing support for Ukraine. It's exactly 5 weeks until Christmas and the time of year when tree sellers typically see a boom in business, but the trade war with the U.S. is putting a damper on their holiday cheer. CTV's Paul Hollingsworth has more.
For Christmas tree growers, this is always the busiest time of the year. Freshly cut trees are sold and shipped in time for December 25th. However, there are warning signs the industry could have a tough December.
The business is going to take a huge hit.
Colin Hughes ships more than 150,000 trees across Canada and around the world. His usual exports to the U.S. are down roughly 50% this year.
Down the eastern seaboard especially, there's I would say a nervousness.
According to Hughes, the trade war between Canada and the U.S. has pushed customers away from purchasing his trees.
General census that I was getting, and in fact, some of them said, like, we can buy $300,000 worth of trees from you, which is great, but if a tariff comes on to them the last minute, it costs us an extra $50,000 in tariff, that's our profit.
The Christmas tree industry represents big business in Nova Scotia, generating more than $50 million in revenue while supporting thousands of jobs. University professor Dan Shaw says American customers are likely managing risk during a time of economic uncertainty.
People act not necessarily always on data, but on perception, and having instability of those relationships impacts people's purchasing decisions.
Colin Hughes says a drop in Christmas tree sales to the U.S. will impact his bottom line, but there is possibly some good news. If fewer trees are sold in the U.S., more trees could be available for sale here in Canada.
Orders are down this year, so there should be a surplus of trees locally.
Hughes hopes tree prices in Canada will stay the same as last year, with a greater variety for shoppers to choose from, which could help boost his business. Paul Hollingsworth, CTV News, New Ross, Nova Scotia.
Thank you so much, Paul. A quick break here on Your Morning Atlantic. When we return, we'll have some ideas to make the holidays extra magical. That's coming up on the other side of this break. Please stay with us.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Well, it is now 8:22, and time to remind you, you're welcome to connect with us whenever you like. Your Morning Atlantic at ctv.ca. That's our email. And you can text us now at 10400. Remember, our Move Morning chat topic today is, what is your favorite Christmas song? Let us know at 10400. And now we'll turn our attention over to me. So when it comes to making the holidays magical for the kids in our lives, it may just be easier than you think. Someone who always brings the magic is our partner and friend, livestock contributor Sherry French. Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning. And yeah, it's all about you and me potentially this morning. But no, the kids. We got the kids covered today.
I know, and I was just actually rubbing the smudge off my reading glasses there. We're a little older now, and our kids aren't little anymore. So, but that doesn't mean we can't stop the fun.
Absolutely. And I've got nieces and nephews that are little. And I'll be honest, there's one store that I'm heading to over the holidays. Not once, not twice, but potentially 10 times. Do not tell my husband. Of course, it's Canadian Tire, Canada's Christmas store. So it doesn't matter what your budget is, what age or style of gift you're looking for. Canadian Tire has toys that are going to spark imagination, from sporty items all the way to Lego sets. So yes, I've got a few gifts here for my niece and nephew. First, let's start with Sporty Jack. He's 8. He loves basketball, so I've got him this Wilson NBA All-Team Retro Classic Basketball. I also got him the Matrix Pickleball set. Potentially, he will play with his sister, Annie. Now, I bought those for him without any list. Of course, Annie, the 10-year-old, gave me the list. She wants the Lego Botanicals Happy Plants, as well as Gabby's Meow Amazing Dollhouse. So you can be like me, head to the store multiple times at Canadian Tire, or also shop online at Canada's Christmas store.
Perfect. I love Canadian Tire Christmas time. They have all of the hot toys, but you should go soon because, you know, the hot toys do sell out.
Oh, they do, they do, they do.
Okay, what's next?
So you're going to love this. So remember when our kids were little and bath time was such a special time? We did the same thing every time. It was a ritual. So if you are looking for the perfect gift for newborns, toddlers, or an expectant mom, you must see this Little Charlie My First Bath Ritual gift set from Bathorium. So they were just named to Oprah's favorite things list for 2025. So you know these are going to go like hotcakes. So it's a complete soap-free baby bath ritual designed for newborns and toddlers with eczema-prone skin. So it's dermatologist approved. Its toxin-free formulas are going to help support that eczema relief, hydration, as well as better sleep. I got this box. I want to open this up for you if I can do this live quickly on TV. It's beautifully packaged in this keepsake box. You're going to get a coconut and oat bath soap, bubble bath milk, a sponge, a scoop. Head to bathorium.com. Such a beautiful and thoughtful gift if you got any little ones or expectant moms on your gift list this year.
Beautiful and ready for gifting. Great suggestion. All right, you've got a couple of hacks for those of us who still love to have fun over the holidays, like kids, even if we don't have them. Yep.
You're going to love this one. So if you don't have a fireplace in your house, I was always lucky growing up we did. Santa came down the chimney. But what if you don't have a fireplace for Santa to come down? I'm going to make a key for your front door. All you need is an old key. Do not use a current front door key. You're going to paint some red nail polish onto that key. It takes about 10 minutes to dry. You're going to grab some Christmas ribbon. You're going to feed that through the hole. So we've got something to hang on your front door. Tie it up. You're going to make the ribbon look as fancy as possible. And then guess what? We're going to walk it to our front door. So on Christmas Eve, we know Santa can get in the house to drop off all of those presents
What a great idea. And of course, Santa's magical, so the key, he'll make it fit. I love it. We've got time for one more quick one, Sherry.
All right, so you've got no snow. The kids are inside. Potentially it's raining. We're going to make some snow. All you need is some baking soda, some of Dad's shaving cream, and you're just going to mix it together. And I always say, I wing it, but I think it's like a cup and then another cup to a 1-to-1 ratio. But you mix it all together and you're going to form this amazing snow that the kids can play with. So I would put maybe a cookie sheet or some maybe parchment paper on your kitchen table. And they can make snowmen, they can make everything, but it's just a fun activity to get a little messy in the kitchen over the holidays.
Oh my gosh, we're going to do that as a family anyway. I love that. Thank you so much, Sherry. You have such great ideas, and happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays to you too, guys. Get shopping.
Yes, indeed. All right, now we're going to turn our attention over to Latavia.
Thanks, Crystal. Today in New Brunswick, we're looking at lots of sunshine. We do have some isolated flurries expected to the north with a high of 4. Daytime high remains the same on Saturday. We do have sunshine, but also looking at some scattered flurries returning. On Sunday, 2 degrees, looking at sunshine throughout the day, and a chance of flurries moves back into the evening. For Nova Scotia, looking at a high of 6 degrees today. Lots of sunshine for the province, but we do have a few showers for Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia. On Saturday, a high of 8 degrees, scattered showers across the province. On Sunday, sunshine returns, cooling down to 3 degrees and evening showers. Prince Edward Island also seeing a very sunny day ahead, high of 6, evening showers expected. Isolated showers continue into Saturday with a high yet again of 6. 3 degrees on Sunday with sunny skies across the island.
Still ahead this morning, homegrown beauty brands. We'll chat with a PEI woman whose company is one of several indie brands making a name for themselves across the country. That's just ahead here on the Friday edition of CTV's Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. Thank you so much for sticking with us this morning. It's a beautiful start to the day for much of the region, although cold, so just keep that in mind. But it's Friday. We're entering into the weekend.
It is. Oh, my gosh. Love to share your suggestions, both her hacks and her gift ideas. Love them all.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really exciting. And also love hearing from our viewers. We received so many new text messages from viewers at 10400 about your favorite Christmas songs. Seeing some common themes, too.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
A lot of you love Josh Groban.
Oh, right.
Okay.
I forgot about Josh Groban, but yeah, definitely one of the season.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll have those answers coming up later this half hour around 8:55. But before then.
So you got the Christmas tree on top of the car. We got the Christmas tunes blaring. Where are we heading, Latavia?
And we definitely have the cold weather, so we're on track. We're going to head over to Bedeck.
Amazing.
Yeah, currently -1 over there. We are seeing beautiful sunshine starting off the day. We are expecting a few showers a little bit later on. Just something to keep in mind when you are heading out. Maybe prepare ahead of time. It is cold early this morning, but temperatures will rise a little bit later on. But as of right now, it is -6 degrees in Fredericton and in St. John, New Brunswick, -2 in Yarmouth, -5 in Halifax, -4 degrees starting off your day in Charlottetown with -5 in Labrador City. Over to our satellite and radar, as you can see here, pretty clear skies for much of the region early this morning. We are seeing sunshine stretch across parts of Atlantic Canada. We also have some mixed precipitation returning as well. Some isolated flurries for the northern region of New Brunswick, a bit of shower activity for parts of Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia, and also for Newfoundland and Labrador, either seeing flurries and or showers. Pretty light wind expected across Atlantic Canada for the most part. As you can see here for the Maritime region, nothing above 19 kilometers per hour right now in Canso, 11 in Lunenburg, North Cape, and Edmundston. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll have one last look at your long-range forecast, but first, one last look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. The annual Halifax International Security Forum will kick off today. Canada's Defence Minister David McGuinty will hold an opening press conference this afternoon. The forum is expected to draw attendees from around the world to discuss global security and democracy issues. It is worth noting this is the first time in several years that the U.S. will not send any military delegates. RCMP in Newfoundland and Labrador are asking for the public's help as they investigate the theft of copper wires from an active Newfoundland power substation. The Mounties say the wire was stolen from the facility in Lethbridge on November 3rd. They have released this footage from a surveillance camera that shows a person dressed in coveralls carrying a tool and some wire from the station. At one point, the video shows a close-up of the suspect's running shoes, which appear to have distinctive white markings. The federal leader of the official opposition is on a tour of New Brunswick. Pierre Poilievre was in Fredericton Thursday morning. He was given a tour of Atlantic Modern Homes, met with workers, and spoke about a number of issues, including crime, affordability, and high prices.
And that's because of a lot of hidden taxes. The industrial carbon tax, still in place, well hidden, on our farmers and food processors. The food packaging tax, another Liberal tax that drives up food costs by about $1 billion a year.
Poilievre is also scheduled to make appearances in northeastern New Brunswick today, with stops in Tapasintac and Miramichi. At the pumps, you will not be paying more for gas, but you will for diesel. In Nova Scotia, here are the numbers. The minimum price of gas in the Halifax area rests at a minimum price of $1.45.1. Meantime, diesel increased by nearly 5 cents a litre. It's up 4.7 cents. The minimum price, $1.79.7. In PEI, gas did not change. It rests at $1.47.9. However, diesel jumped by nearly 10 cents a litre. The minimum price, now $1.84.9. And in New Brunswick, the slightest decrease for gas is down 0.3 cents. The maximum price, now $1.54.3. And diesel increased by 2.6 cents. The maximum price now $1.90.3. Finally, as we told you here yesterday, one of the Magnetic Hill Zoo's most beloved animals passed away this week. Azizi, the African lion, had been a favorite for years, attracting families from across the region. CTV's Josh Smith spoke with some of the people who had fond memories of the giant cat.
The Magnetic Hill Zoo is mourning one of its well-known animals today after announcing the death of Azizi, its 18-year-old male African lion. In a statement, the zoo says he had been on specialized geriatric care for years. But his health declined sharply this week, leading the veterinary team to humanely euthanize him to prevent further suffering.
It's always exciting when you get new animals and they arrive from a zoo in Ontario. It was the spring of 2009. Azizi was about 15 months old, and Amara, the female, was 9 months old.
Bruce Dugan ran the Magnetic Hill Zoo for nearly 3 decades and remembers the excitement around the new arrivals.
All the keepers are hyped up about the new arrivals and so on, for sure. I mean, people love to come and see big cats, lions, tigers, cougars, jaguars.
For many families, Azizi became a part of their routine and their memories.
It was very crushing. I was thinking about my daughter. She's just over 1, and even now when she sees the lion, she like growls. She's already making memories of it, and just to know that he's not going to be there the next time we're going is, you know, it's definitely sad.
Jordan Duguay says the lions were always a highlight.
When we pull into the parking lot, you leave your car and you hear the lions right away, and she'd be like, oh, and you're like, oh yeah, that's the lions. We're going to go see those.
Dugan says this will be an adjustment for Azizi's longtime companion, Amara.
And to lose a partner is not easy, whether it's a human partner or lion, another lion or another jaguar or whatever. So I think it certainly will have an impact on her, but life must go on. So
Azizi may be gone, but the zoo says the impact he left will stay with people who visited him. Staff will now keep a close eye on Amara. Josh Smith, CTV News, Moncton.
Thank you, Josh. And of course, the lion is the symbol with the magnet secretly in it for Magnetic Hill Zoo. We were there this summer, as recently as this summer, and the lion was probably the highlight. He actually let out this big roar when we were there, and hearing that in person,
powerful.
It was so powerful. I mean, he was an older guy, but he still had that strength, and you felt it in your bones. We all kind of stopped, including our 8-year-old. We're like, that's a big cat.
Oh,
yeah.
What a majestic creature.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
A hard decision, I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah. He lived a long life, though, actually. Well, speaking of lions, there's one very famous one of the characters in The Wizard of Oz. And this holiday, you can follow the Yellow Road to see The Wizard of Oz at Neptune Theatre. Now, this is Henna, and she is the Dorothy this year. And Amanda and I had a chance to go see Dorothy, and I also thought that we saw this opening night. It was incredible. You can see how good these are. Little images from the show this year. There's the lion.
So
it's
much
so good, so much
flying.
flying.
Wow.
And I mean, Henna as Dorothy's incredible. Oh, there's the I'm melting. And the dog Toto is a real dog named Shadow. MVP of the show, I would say.
And belongs
incredible
to the Wicked Witch of the West.
Really?
Yeah, it's her dog, actually, the actress.
Wow.
They didn't change the character line. It's just the actress owns that dog.
Wild.
So anyway, the show is on now. It goes till January 4th. I'll speak for myself, highly recommend it. Will you speak for me?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pump you up there because it was so good. The singing, the costumes, the puppetry that they had as well, but a lot of flying and special effects
That's
too.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so sad I missed it. I need to go see it.
Yeah, you definitely should. Yeah,
Good
follow the
news.
Ellerick Road. Go check it out. Especially if you're going to see Wicked for Good. You can see both sides of the story. Round out your
Exactly.
Wizard of Oz experience.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's just one of the things going on in our region.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll take a look at the community calendar now. So you can go out into Moncton and enjoy Music with a Mission. It is a fundraising concert in support of Christmas Daddies. This will take place Monday, November 24th at 7:30 p.m. You can enjoy musical performance at the Glad Tidings Church. CTV's Laura Brown, Avi McRae, and Sarah Plowman, as well as musician Ivan Daigle, will co-host. So to learn more, head over to Christmas Daddy's website.
Well, that's a good lineup.
Absolutely. In Summerside this weekend, Winter Dance Land will take place at the Harborfront Theater. This will be an energetic array of dance styles that will actually stir the soul. That's what they say. The performance will consist of choreographed dances for young and old. So there will be little kids performing up to adults. Really cool. Yeah, the show takes place November 22nd at 7 p.m. Head over to their website for tickets. And you can celebrate the holiday season in the heart of downtown Halifax. The 36th annual Victorian Christmas event will take place November 22nd until the 23rd at the Halifax Citadel National Historic Site. This is from 12 to 4 p.m. You can enjoy a historical portrayal of Victorian Christmas. Also enjoy a special holiday tour, spirit tastings, and more. Admission is free with a cash or non-perishable food donation to Feed Nova Scotia. Head over to the Parks Canada website for details. And if you do have an upcoming event, please send us the details. We'd love to promote it. Your Morning Atlantic at ctv.ca.
Thanks so much for that, Latavia. And still ahead on this Friday, Homegrown Beauty, we will sit down with the PEI entrepreneur whose company is one of the indie beauty brands thriving. And it was created in her own backyard. Stay with us. Those details coming up at 8:41.
Welcome back. The time now is 8:44. We're taking a live look at Grand Prix. It is -4 degrees early this morning, but lots of sunshine starting off your day. Just make sure to layer up before heading out. We are going to see a cold start to the day for much of the region as well. As of right now, -5 in Fredericton and in Moncton, -4 starting off your day in Charlottetown, with -5 degrees in Halifax, 1 in Sydney, and 2 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland. We are seeing lots of sunshine in our forecast today across much of Atlantic Canada, but we do have mixed precipitation on its way as well. We're looking at a chance of some flurries into the northern region, flurries across parts of Newfoundland, and then for Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia, also seeing a few showers into the afternoon, and same thing goes for parts of Newfoundland into the evening. So for our evening hours, you can see here still having some mixed precipitation for parts of the Maritime region. That will take us into early Saturday morning. But if you are wondering about precipitation totals, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters for parts of Cape Breton Island, and then seeing the heaviest into Newfoundland, looking at around 2 to 20 millimeters. For our snowfall outlook, only seeing 1 to 5 centimeters for Campbellton, looking at 1 to 5 as well for Gander, and 5 to 10 for Labrador City. Lots of sunshine across New Brunswick today, but we do have that chance of isolated flurries into the north. Daytime highs between 1 to 6 degrees and light wind across the province. Prince Edward Island looking at highs between 5 to 6 degrees, sunny skies throughout your day. We do have a chance of showers into the evening. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, a few showers expected throughout the day today. Daytime highs between 6 to 8 and wind gusts of up to 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, looking at sunshine throughout your day as well. We are going to see a chance of showers return into the evening. And then for Newfoundland and Labrador, seeing lots of sunshine throughout the day, but we do have flurries for Labrador City with a high of -3 and periods of rain into the evening for St. John's, Newfoundland with a high of 5. Saturday's forecast remaining seasonal for our daytime highs for the most part. A bit of sunshine in the forecast as well for the Maritime region. We are going to see flurries and or snow remain for parts of Labrador. And then for Newfoundland, seeing a bit of shower activity as well. Into the evening on Saturday, we do have another low pressure system making its way over, bringing a few showers for parts of Nova Scotia. Also seeing some flurries stick around for parts of Labrador. Into Sunday's forecast, temperatures cool down yet again, seeing a bit of mixed precipitation, Crystal.
Thanks, Latavia. It's 8:46. Now, Canadians are continuing to shop and support local. That also includes their beauty products. Canadian-made beauty products, specifically from the Maritimes, have become quite popular within our region and across the country. Soul Good is a homegrown, female-founded beauty brand that kicked off in Prince Edward Island. And Amy Dow is a makeup artist, nurse, teacher, and mom of 3, who's also the founder of Soul Good, a proud Prince Edward Island entrepreneur. And she's joined us now in studio. Thank you so much for coming all the way from the Gentle Island to join us today, Amy.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
So Soul Good, I just love the name. Where did that come from?
So I was actually out on a walk one day with my kids, and I was like, this is really good for the soul. We need to be doing more things that are good for the soul. Plus, my products are all inspired by the sun, and you'll find out more about that later. So Soul, S-O-L, good for the soul.
I love it. It's all working. You've been actually going all over the country on TV shows to promote your product. We're so glad that you were able to make time for us today.
I'm so honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
You are glowing, and it's November, so how do you get that gorgeous glow?
My secret little weapon here is actually the product I created. I spent 19 months creating this product here in Canada, made in Canada. This is a sunless tanning mist that's designed for your face and your neck. It will last you about up to 6 days, the tan that you get. And it has really good ingredients in here as well, like French kale, which is one thing that kind of sets my brand apart. So not only do you get that gorgeous glow, you get the nutrients as well from the French kale. Super easy to use, 8 to 10 sprays on clean, dry skin, and that is it. That's all you need for a fresh glow, and it's a safe way to keep that glow all year round.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. So it's not only, it gives you a nice even glow,
yes,
but when you spray it on your face, it's actually good for your skin.
It's amazing for your skin. The kale is a powerhouse of an ingredient.
French kale, oh my gosh, I just love this idea. Fantastic. You also brought in a couple other products too. Let's show them to our audience.
I did, absolutely. So all of these brands are from PEI, so that's like a fun little fact.
Yeah.
This here is an oil that I love to use. It's called the Q Gaia oil from Quintessence. This is a facial oil, really great for dry skin in the wintertime. I find it gives me a beautiful, healthy glow. Sharon Kwan is the founder of this brand. She really loves to blend nature and science together, and she uses local ingredients as well. It's very nourishing. It just gives your skin a nice, supple, dewy glow.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And what's in there?
So this here has the Abyssinian flower in it, and it's actually, they grow it on PEI, they process it and manufacture it in their lab on PEI. And one of my favorite things about this product is the smell.
Oh, wow.
It's just like a mini spa experience every time you use it, and it's really great for winter dry skin.
May I put a little dab on my hand?
Absolutely.
When do you use this? Like, what's it for?
So this is a facial oil.
Okay.
You can use this as part of your skincare routine if you want to do it daily or in the evening. It's just really nourishing. It's very replenishing for the skin.
Heaven on earth. Okay, we've only got like a minute and a half left, so let's go through this one. Then I want to tell people where they can find you this weekend.
Awesome. So this is a brow product from Jen of Arch. This is a 100% biodegradable brow stencil, which is really neat. If you're somebody with thin hair, sparse hair, or just maybe uneven brows and you have trouble filling them in, this is going to be a game changer for you. It's very easy to use, so you just, if you want to have a look here.
Yeah. Can I just, so this is a stencil.
That's a stencil, and it's an amazing concept. So the back, you just peel off the back, and it is a little bit sticky, so it will stick right onto your brow, and you just stamp the powder on. It's so easy to use, and you have a perfect brow in about a minute, and a lot of people do actually struggle with that.
Oh, gosh, listen, a lot of people, including me. All right, so you are in town for a good reason. You're going to be at a show this weekend. Tell us about where you'll be.
Yes, I'll be at the Maker Market this evening from 4 to 8, and also tomorrow from 10 to 5 as well. It's at the Cedar Event Center.
Okay, amazing. So if we can't come to the show and see you in person, how else can we get your products, Amy?
You can find me online at soulgoodbeauty.ca. That's S-O-L goodbeauty.ca, and also on Instagram at soulgoodbeauty as well.
I love that your products are from PEI and they're supporting you and your family there. Thank you so much for making time for us today.
Thank you so much.
Can you spray a little bit of that sun just into the, I just want to see that the smell of it. Also, the packaging is gorgeous.
Yes, I wanted it to be super luxe feeling.
Okay, let's go. Let's just put it, oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
You're going to have a glow.
I will, you're supposed to have a clean face, so I'll take my makeup off and try it later. That's amazing. All right, thank you so much for coming in today. And we put all the information about Soul Good on our website. We are going to take a little break, and we'll be right back after this. See, there she is washing her face right before she sprays on her sun water.
show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
Sometimes I wish you had smell-o-vision because you should smell Crystal. Like, she always smells good.
Oh,
yeah.
No, this oil
after those
is
products. So
all
good.
of it. Just like add to cart.
Oh, yeah. I was like, French kale?
I know.
I need that for my face.
I think you do. I know, it's gorgeous. Anyway, like that was I'm really glad that Amy came in.
Yeah, me too.
Love to support local.
We love to do that. Added to the Christmas list. And today we're asking about your favorite Christmas songs. And we got so many new texts today. So thank you. We began with Sherry from Harmony. Several years ago, a friend burned me a CD of crooner Christmas songs. Steve Martin, Bing Crosby, Sammy Davis Jr., etc. I wore it out. I've tried to find similar on streaming services, but nothing comes close to that CD.
Oh, that sounds like
burning CDs?
Burning CDs. The kids don't even know.
That sounds like a great one, actually. Yeah,
it does. All right, next up, we have Carol Ann. It's a tie between Bruce Guthrow's Boy from the Wood and Great Big Sea's Seven Joys of Mary. Love the local picks here.
Local holiday. We love this.
Yeah, she's from Victoria. Then we have The Gift. Donald texted us. He's from Park Falls. Thank you so much for your text. Mike from Dartmouth says Snoopy's Christmas.
Awesome.
Also, Leanne from Shubenacadie also texted us this. Gail from Dartmouth says, I have to go with Peter Harrison. I love Oh Holy Night, but sung by Josh Groban.
Good version, yeah.
Connie from Moncton also texted us this song by him as well. Monica from Eastern Passage, my favorite Christmas song is Oh Holy Night by Aaron Neville.
Aaron Neville.
Another one, Oh Holy Night. Coming up next, David Bowie and Bing Crosby duet of Little Drummer Boy.
Classic.
Trevor from Stratford. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. Watch the video. It's great. Kathy from Trenton, my favorite Christmas song is I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas by Bing Crosby. My husband's is Christmas Carol by Skip Ewing.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you, guys.
Very nice. Amanda from Colebrook, my favorite Christmas song is Christmas Time by Bryan Adams. It was also my late dad's favorite Christmas song. It's a special song to me by my favorite singer.
It's a nice story.
So nice. Julianne, my favorite Christmas song, Christmas in Killarney by the Irish Rovers. Close second is the Christmas Shoes by New Song. And then finally, and I agree with this one so much, Nikki from Halifax, my favorite Christmas song is the one from the movie Christmas Vacation by Mavis Staples, but you can't get it anywhere.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a classic.
It's so good. It's at the beginning of the movie, and there's this whole cartoon that goes with it, but you can't find it
Okay, well, we need to find out how we can write that wrong. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I know. So
thank you guys.
So many new texts. So thank you guys so much for reaching out.
Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
We love it. We love hearing from you.
Yeah, that was a fun little journey through Christmas music.
Yes. You can listen to that for the weekend too. Now we're going to leave you today with the names of everyone here at CTV Atlantic who make all of our shows possible. That includes members of our web team too. And we hope you join us Monday bright and early at 6 a.m. because we're talking a lot of holiday curated gifts, including Lego.
Oh, the Micmac Mall Holiday Haul, too. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great show. So have the best possible weekend and then join us at 6 a.m.
Absolutely. Stay warm.
Bye.